It's always semi-real.
All right. In case we need to cut shit out.
You want the link? Wait, let me get the link.
Yeah. Chiki chiki boom boom.
There's the link.
Chiki chiki boom boom. I'll mute the stream link. A little.
Yeah,
mirror.
I did.
Where's the chat window? Yes. Live. TMG Podcast
Yo.
of the bleeps. What the fuck? Of the bleeps, the sweeps. What the hell?
You've never
Where did this
watched
come from?
Spaceballs?
Oh, all right.
The
I haven't watched it
Bleeps
enough. That's my problem.
What's the problem?
and the creeps.
I haven't watched it enough.
I didn't know what else to put, so sorry.
Well, your title last week carried over to the actual title also.
That's true.
TMG Podcast, yay!
TMG Podcast. Wait a minute. Okay, we can start. This is 1-5. Ooh. 1-5. Okay, 1-5-2. I'm gonna do a countdown.
Excuse me. Is there a G-Docs for anything? No.
No, I'll just leave it. It's pretty much impressions plus PlayStation
Plus
Experience and Game
and
Awards.
VGA.
What am I going to talk about?
I'm going to talk about Galgun.
Oh, yeah, we have PSX to talk about too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, after the impressions, it's gonna be PSX and Game Awards.
We'll
A bit
also
of
talk
Game
about
Awards.
Yakuza 6 because that shit's really cool. Oh my god.
Localization. Yeah. I'll do a countdown in 5. Actually, no. Well, why don't you start it?
Okay, what number is this? Episode
152.
No, it's 153.
Amazing.
The bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. All right.
153. 152 is the TMG Podcast. Yay.
All right. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, everybody! Welcome to TMG Podcast, episode 153. We are on the 7th of December. Sorry.
7th, yes. Same.
Yeah, I'm here with Carlos. Hi, Carlos.
Hello.
And with Miggy.
Hi, guys.
Hey. And this week we're going to talk about all the last events of the year. Hopefully, I think these
Is
are
it
the
the last
few
event? I think it's the last event. Yeah. Like the last
Of the
thing.
year.
Actually,
It's
all we
still
gotta do is
happening. There's a bunch of stuff that we didn't even get the invites to.
No, but I mean major shows or announcements.
Oh, for the international one. Yeah.
Oh, nothing.
I think
Yeah,
that's all done
Yeah,
for you.
I don't think it was that. I don't think there's anything else. I think we're at the point where we just have to play the games and just join the jingles. Really,
Jingle jangles.
Join the jangles.
Jangles.
And actually say that because The Last Guardian has released, that we are done with the big releases for the year, I think.
Those
I would
games
like
are
to
real,
think.
guys.
Yeah, it came
Super
out.
real.
The Last
Like
Guardian is
Last
real.
Guardian's out. Final Fantasy
Last
16 's out.
Guardian, FF15,
Mhm.
They're all real.
Nukem Forever.
And apparently they're both good games in their own right. So
Yes, in their own right. I think Last Guardian scored generally pretty high. FF15 as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
they pretty much did. And
Is The Last Guardian out here already in stores?
oh yes,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
it
Oh, there I
is
see the
for
collector's
sure.
editions on the data blats. All right, cool.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, we are KFC scented candles. I got distracted.
Yeah, I saw that Facebook ad.
I got
I
distracted.
mean, why would you torture yourself like that?
I'm not sure if it's
To buy more
torture,
chicken.
KFC scented.
No, it's
You'll
marketing,
get
man.
hungry.
Exactly. You buy the candle because you think, oh, I like the smell of fried chicken. And then you use it and you're like, oh, God, I want to eat KFC now. And you order KFC.
When you want to eat the chicken, it's the candle.
I think I'll back up the candle, just hoping it'll be KFC, but no, it's not. Well, what are we talking about? Anyway,
Video games.
Video games. Yeah, everything is done. We are just focusing on the last bit of big events, which was
year.
last week. The PlayStation Experience. Lot showed up in that event, so we'll do a quick rundown and then a little bit of discussion about it. At the same time, we're also going to talk about the yearly Game Awards, who won. Also a really quick recap, not much of us, because there are some interesting bits of how it was a good show or a bad show. We'll talk about that later in the cast, though. But of course, let's just talk about some the games we played, because we are definitely playing like a ton of games. I will.
Yeah, well, didn't really get to play too much. We did some recording, of course. One game we played, me and Miggy tried out, was the demo of Yakuza 6, which is in Japanese only. So,
How did that go?
Well, it's basic. The demo is essentially the first part of the first chapter of the game, and your progress in that chapter can carry on to the full game once you purchase the full game. But since we got it, of course, on the Hong Kong PSN store, it's entirely in Japanese. We cannot read Japanese, so we had no idea what was going on. Well, we kind of pieced together the story a bit, just through the cutscenes, and with our knowledge of the previous games. So we kind of have an idea of where things stand, but we're not entirely 100% sure. So, but we spent a good amount of time just running around, and trying out the mini games and seeing the new combat engine, because this is the first Yakuza game that was built for PlayStation 4 specifically. Even though there is Yakuza 0 and Kiwami are coming on PS4, they were PS3 titles originally. And it's pretty cool, man. We got to do some karaoke. We
So like the premise is we're looking for Haruka.
This is funny. Yeah.
Well, we think we're looking for Haruka. We're not sure, but that's
She ran away
can
from
understand.
home, right? So we're looking for her, and then like Kiryu comes out of prison, then goes to his orphanage and meets all the kids, and like, oh, Haruka's run away. I need to go find her. Then Will goes, okay, first things first. I'm gonna go to the karaoke place. And then he sings, and like it's cool, right? And like, oh, we got to look for Haruka now. And Will goes, wait, I think we have time for one more song.
Yeah.
What?
The priorities.
It's quite unusual, especially when you guys play Yakuza. Every single time I think karaoke is
That's what you're
included.
supposed to do, though, because you can.
Because remember, Yakuza has like a bunch of little mini games that you can do, and there are like so many of them. The demo didn't have all of them in it, but we were able to do the karaoke, which was hilarious, because like it starts off you singing. It's like a rhythm mini game, and then it cuts to a whole music video of
You in it.
with you in it doing whatever.
Doing what people do in music videos. Like it's a freakishly accurate.
Oh, really? Oh, my God.
Yeah. So we did that.
You gotta see it for yourself. It's way more impressive than you think.
We found the mahjong parlor, but we don't know how to play mahjong, so we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Wait, you played Mahjong with like, you don't even know how to speak Japanese. when you play.
Like the difference between this new Yakuza engine and the old one is because it's on modern hardware.
It's Mahjong.
Yeah,
Like the map is just completely there. It doesn't load into another screen when you go in a door.
Yep.
Right.
Everything is rendered there
It's
on
all
the spot.
seamless. So like if you walk into a convenience store, like it doesn't load into a convenience store. You just walk in, and it's all.
Yeah, you can see the people through the windows doing their thing.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty well, massive in a
And
sense.
you know how the world was going nuts over Final Fantasy 15's food? Fucking Yakuza has been doing that for the past 20 years.
Oh yeah, we ate a lot in the game too. Like there's a hunger meter, or not really a hunger meter, but I think a fullness meter. And
Yeah,
then
a fullness.
Fullness meter.
There's a picture of your stomach and then like a 3x3 grid of how much food you can stuff in your
Oh
stomach.
my god.
here you can
And-
back in a lot. We ate 2 bowls of ramen and the gyoza, and it was
2 full meals and some extra too to hit that 100%.
yeah.
Wow, really? Okay.
Graphically, it's super nice now. It looks. I mean, Yakuza has always been a pretty good-looking series, in my opinion. But now, because the whole map is completely seamless, like it really feels more like whole. And then even when you get into a fight now, like in the previous games, what would happen was you get into a fight, and it would sort of like load these temporary bystanders to create kind of like a wall around the area you're in.
It'll make a fake arena for you by making the invisible wall be people watching you fight.
People watching you fight. Yeah, here that doesn't happen anymore. You know, you get into a fight,
Open space.
and it's all this open space to beat people up.
Pick up all the bikes you can and hit them with it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so you can actually get the trash cans and everything, just like smack it on.
Oh yeah, they're really
wherever you're
strong
going.
now too.
Yeah, that we did it. The heat moves now are pretty cool. Like you have to actually before what would happen was like the more you beat up someone, you'd build up your heat meter, and then it would activate automatically. You'd get that blue glow. But now what happens is you build up the heat meter, and it gets stored.
Right.
I think up to 3 times, so you can activate it whenever you're ready. So I think
It
that
puts you
helps
in a
a lot.
super state and
Yeah.
gives you a finishing combo.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that helps now because before what would happen was like you'd get your heat meter up, and then you'd kind of be like, "Oh shit, I got to run over here because I want to smash this guy's face into the wall," right?
Yeah, before the timer runs out.
Before the timer runs out. Now this way you can activate it on your own. So you can go to you can store the one heat move, go to the wall, and then
Yeah.
activate it there, and then you can do your move already.
And it's not just like a one-use burn. It puts you in the state of heat. Like you start glowing, then your combos change.
Yep, you start doing Dempsey rolls.
Depth roll was that from
Like you punch, and then he keeps on punching. Then it'll give you prompts to keep on punching.
no, from what anime was that? Like the Dempsey roll?
Hajime no
Hajime no
Ippo.
Ippo.
Yeah, there you go. I remember that word. That that was so funny. And there's music like associated with that move. It's so.
And the jet engine sound effect when he starts revving
yeah,
up.
when he starts revving up like an engine, it's so funny. Anyway, Yakuza 6. I'm surprised you actually was it easy to
Yeah,
navigate or
because
with it being
well,
Japanese?
Well, Will knew the map already by heart, so
yeah,
Wow.
that might be fine.
I wouldn't
the map is
expect
always
anyone.
the same in
It's the
every
same
Yakuza game. Oh, another cool thing also is like we tried going up to the roof of a building, and you could actually go to the roof of a building and fall down.
Yeah, we thought we were gonna die from fall damage, which has never been a thing in Yakuza.
Okay.
Like you never had the chance to do that sort of thing before, but now, like, oh,
You're down for the count.
because you'd expect it to still have like invisible walls and stuff, but like, nope, it's just
Nope.
you can do whatever now. And beat up some thugs along
Yep.
the way. It was funny though because we played it while the game wasn't done downloading yet, so it was at a playable state. But like most of the Sega arcade wasn't loaded yet and all that. So when you walk up to it, there's this floating wall of energy text saying that you can't go in, right?
Yeah,
So we found some areas that were locked, but then the objective was over past that wall.
yeah. So we couldn't get.
Like the objective was beat up those thugs, and the thugs were right there in front of you, but they were across the wall, so they weren't aggroing. So we were just yelling out like, "You're right there! Come on, fight!" And then at some point, Will, you found another set of thugs, right? But they were also behind a different wall.
Yeah, so we were in
you
a
run
restaurant. We were
No, they were
chaotic.
around the. They were walking back around the restaurant, so since you couldn't go past there, you ran into the restaurant and stared at them through the window. And like they would occasionally look back at you, but not really trigger. So like, yeah, you
Yeah.
better run. That's right.
Don't know who I am.
Jesus Christ.
Dragon of Dojima.
Dragon of Dojima. Oh, dude,
Yeah,
it
but
looks super cool.
we downloaded it because Yakuza 0 is being released already next
Yeah, and
January.
at that time where we played it, PSX hasn't happened yet,
Yeah,
so
so
we
we
didn't know.
had no idea that was
coming out.
getting localized because Yakuza is one of those series that we barely got 4. You know, put it that way.
Yeah, we only got it digitally.
And
on
we got
PS3.
5. We got 5 like a year late at the end of the PS3 life cycle. So
Way
it's always been
late, yeah.
It's one of those games that barely comes out. So it's
And
really
now it's coming out.
No, I think
worldwide.
someone like Yakuza does well enough to get translated, but we're never sure.
yeah, you're
It's
never
never
sure
a done deal.
because there's so much of it to be translated, and some of it's like.
Yeah,
And I know they got a lot of shit from Yakuza 3 because Yakuza 3 they removed a lot of the Japanesey sort of stuff, like pachinko. I think wasn't in Yakuza 3 in the Western release,
It
That
wasn't.
but
sucks.
it was in the
removal of
Japanese
feature
release.
stuff.
Yeah, and then I guess they learned from that because people got pissed and they just said, "Fuck it, we'll just include everything now,"
Right. Yeah.
which is part of the appeal because that's
Yeah.
not something you usually get to explore
Mhm.
in a game. And because Yakuza is sort of a realistic setting, it is interesting from that point of view. So yeah, we played Yakuza 6 demo, and then we also played a shooter called Galgun for our next adventure, and that surprised us
shooter?
with how
It's a rail
light-
shooter.
It's
Like
a
the-
rail,
A rail shooter.
Yeah, we were surprised at how much storyline is in it.
I'm surprised at how like animated those dating sim cutscenes were.
Oh, it's
Like,
those,
they're more
yeah,
animated
it's
than
different
Senran
Outward
Kagura.
Adventures. Okay, I'm starting to understand
And it's
this.
turning into a full LP because of all the story that's happening.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the basic
Okay.
premise is you're basically some loser in high school, and then like
Of
an
course you
angel,
are.
and then
Of course you are.
apparently an angel comes and accidentally shoots you with this ultra pheromone gun. So all the
Oh, of
girls in
course,
your,
she does.
all,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so all the girls in your school suddenly love you, and like
Oh,
the thing is, she's telling you, well, you got to find your true love before this wears off, otherwise you're gonna be stuck with someone you don't love.
Yeah, so
right?
like there's this whole graduation thing for the Cupids,
right.
and then that's that angel's graduation mission, right? So she was meant to hit you with only one blast of the Cupid arrow, but her gun was
But-
set to max on accident. So she hit your
You-
character with all the Cupid arrows of his entire lifetime. So while
What?
he has the max amount of like pheromone power now, if he
Yeah.
doesn't find his true love when the day ends and it wears off, he'll never find love again.
Yeah,
So
Shit,
yeah,
then
that's the premise.
that would suck. You have a time limit. You have time limit for, like, quote unquote love to really make an impact.
And then,
in
of
your life.
course, there's this devil girl that's fucking things up because
Yes.
Oh, of course.
because that's her graduation.
because
the fuck-
anime.
And of course, there's your tsundere neighbor girl, who turns
Okay.
out she's from a family of demon hunters.
So she's not affected by the Cupid stuff.
Oh, such a weird
Of
story down to the
course.
demon hunter.
It's weird. It's super anime.
Super anime.
The gameplay itself is pretty easy. It's like a rail shooter, so it's basically House of the Dead or Time Crisis. Any of those games you played. Surprisingly,
Yeah.
this game is not move support. It does not use the move. at
Yeah, I
all.
was expecting it to be move supported. And it's just like House of the Dead where there are branching paths in some
Mhm.
missions.
Yep.
And then some collectibles hidden around the stage. Actually, how they do the collection side quests is interesting because you're checking through the angel's phone, right? I think.
Mhm.
And then you see text conversations from other people, and like one of
Like,
them
oh,
was,
I lost-
I lost my glasses. It's
Yeah.
I think I lost it in this area. So in that stage, if you pass along that area, you have to look for like a shiny on the floor and shoot it to pick it up.
Okay.
It's just some
Yep.
some extra lore for a stupid collection thing. But
Yep.
When did,
And
when did
usually,
the game
like-
come out? When did it come out?
earlier this year in the West, like the even the shooting of the girls, because you're shooting girls, trying to fall. We're trying to get
fending them off by hitting them
You're
with your
fending them off.
pheromones, and then they collapse with happiness.
But the thing is, there's strategy to it because each girl has a favorite spot. It could be their face. Sorry, that's my mic.
Their face, their
chest,
chest, their waist,
their
or their
legs.
legs.
So depending where you shoot them, it might be more effective to shoot them in their face or their
Yeah, if you hit them in their weak spot, they're basically one-shot kills. Other than
Yeah.
that, you have to hit them a lot, and that affects like your overall score at the end because it counts your shots and accuracy. Yeah. It's one of those.
There's like weird special mode that you can go into. I forgot what it is called.
I forget too because
Love.
it's very Japanesey.
You basically you target up to like 3 girls, I think. On
No, I
screen.
think it's as many as you can, or maybe up to 4 at most.
Okay,
given-
so you target up to like a bunch of girls, and it goes into this weird mini game where you have to rub them on their
In a
favorite
certain
spots.
And that could also
Well, there-
change.
Okay.
Once
And if
you
you
fill
build
up
up their
the-
satisfaction,
Is there a
enough,
variety of choices for that little like?
Oh
to get-
yes, sir. There are many. The camera rotates and sees all of the parts.
Oh no.
You can even buy different camera angles to help improve your
Buy?
aim
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
because you can't reach the best spot sometimes.
Oh my.
So when you fill up the
Okay.
meter, it turns them into a bomb that clears anything around them.
What?
So that's your
Yeah.
screen clearing move, but you got to work
Okay.
for it. Oh man, the sounds.
The sounds. No,
Why?
I was about to say from the whole side quest thing where you collect stuff. We were thinking too deep about it because all the girls you shoot in the game have names, and
Right.
some of them show up like multiple times in different stages.
Right.
And so we were thinking, since they're having conversations on their phone, we had to look for that specific girl also,
Mhm.
and then bring that item to her or something like that. It turned out that it's a lot simpler than we thought. So yeah. Even the teachers chase you, and apparently the game also said that at some point guys and even animals will start chasing you.
Oh my god. Okay.
So, yeah.
that's
What's
No.
the name of this guy? What's the name of this? Like, I'm not sure if it's a fortunate or unfortunate.
the name of the character. I don't
Yeah,
think
or-
he has.
or-
I
We
think
don't
he's-
know. We
I think
forget.
he's unnamed guy.
No, I think they do because the characters call him out, right? The
Mhm.
childhood friend and all that. Because it's voiced.
I forget
For
his
the most
name
part, it's
already.
fully voiced.
Oh, really? Okay. That's pretty
Yeah. He's the typical, you can put yourself as the protagonist character because you can't even see his eyes.
cool. Mhm.
And he has the generic hair,
Yeah.
nothing stands out. It's typical anime. Oh man.
Typical.
It's weird.
Yeah. So the other thing that makes this game interesting is some of the DLC. So
You guys got
There's-
DLC, or rather, you got DLC, or is it part of the package? With
no, I didn't get the DLC because the DLC is pretty pricey, and
Oh,
because you have this like zoom feature also on your gun, and like it allows you to look through like bushes and obstacles.
Yeah,
as well.
see hidden collectibles also.
So what happens if you buy this DLC is that if it'll allow you to zoom in on a girl, it'll X-ray through their clothes, so you'll just
Of
see them in
course.
their underwear.
Underwears. Yeah, of course.
And there's,
Right, but, you know,
there's another DLC that will allow that makes all the girls' breasts larger as well. So,
Wait, what?
I didn't know about that.
Wait, what? There's content to enhance headlights.
these are underage girls, guys. This is Japan. Well,
It don't matter.
Are
They're
they
not real.
underage? What's
It's
their
alright.
age?
I mean, it got localized, right? All of this got, well, not localized, but is it a Southeast Asian only English release?
I have no idea.
no,
I'm
no,
not a fan.
it's available. It's a North American release, so it has a
Well,
full
see,
Western.
it's alright. If the DLC got translated too.
Yeah.
There's
the
DLC to increase or enhance breasts in the video game.
oh yeah,
Well, there's
dude.
lotion in DOA Extreme 3 that does the same thing.
Yeah.
And
No,
then there's
I'm
a
just
separate lotion that makes it bouncier.
The collector's edition for Galgan came with a set of panties. So I mean, put it that way.
I don't understand. Like I don't understand Japan. I don't understand how
Well,
these
if it's
things
any
show.
consolation,
I really don't.
Catherine's collector's edition came with
That's a
boxers.
brief. I know.
Boxer shorts, yep.
It's same thought. Like I don't understand Japan. I don't understand at all. It's so weird. And I think my friend actually got the complete one with also the box, which is funny. 'Cause I do remember seeing that, but okay, fine.
Who published Galgun? Is it Atlas or like NIS America?
I think no, it was. Let me find that.
I don't care.
Konami canceled the localization.
Wait. Developed by
Is it?
creates the game. Doesn't say.
Integrates as a dev. They
Yeah,
made
wait.
that some of the Mega
Really?
Mans.
It's available on Steam also. I didn't know that.
Oh wow!
Man,
Source filmmaker. Here we go.
I'll check that. I don't know. I'm not gonna check that out. What am I talking about? Wait. I'm gonna check this
Oh
out.
man, I'm seeing screenshots now as I'm looking for this info. It gets much worse. Will,
Are you serious?
there's a part where there's some sticky substance on the floor.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
It's getting all up in her hands, and oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh no.
This.
Oh no, make it saying, oh dear, it's that bad. Oh no.
And yeah, there's like some stats here too. Remember the intelligence stat,
Yeah,
the
that's
athleticism
the thing we
stat?
didn't understand. Like, you have stats, and we don't know what these stats do.
Or
Like,
they
they're
randomly generated.
That's
Because you can
Well,
pick a
it's like
build
strength.
also at the start.
Yeah, it's strength, like agility, intelligence, and like
Fashion.
perversion. Like how?
Oh wow.
Oh yeah,
There's some-
fashion,
Intelligence, athleticism,
some
style,
depth
and
included
lewdness.
in the game.
lewdness.
And if you pick the hentai dude, it's max lewdness and 0 on all the other stats.
Okay, let's move on. This Galagan talaga. That's funny. You played on the
man.
PS. You played it where exactly though?
PS4.
PS4.
So
PS4.
that's the next Opie adventure is a full let's play.
Yep. Galgan. Look out for that one. That should be in the works heading to our TMG channel. My God.
Like,
Miggy. My God. Miggy, how fared you?
Dude, I was there for both of those games.
Oh, you were? Okay, so you're good. Okay.
Aside from that, it's just been Overwatch because Season 3 of competitive just hit.
Yeah, that kicked in actually for Overwatch for those who are like.
we haven't played season.
I haven't
3
finished
also.
my PC placements yet. I've just
I
done
haven't
the
turned on the
PS4.
game since.
But yeah, the general consensus is that whatever SR you had last season,
But you
you'd
get
be
it.
placed in a similar spot, maybe a bit lower.
Doesn't matter about your performance then.
Yeah, it
But
kind of
it
does
does.
to an extent, but you're gonna place in the same area no matter what, even if it's like a bunch of losses. So if you're like mid to low gold, you're gonna be in like high silver or something like that.
Mm.
I don't think I'm gonna pay attention to the comp because I don't know.
It's not so harsh anymore because remember before when you would win by playing your hardest, you'd get about like at max 30 SR points.
Yeah.
But if you lose,
And then when you
like
lose,
60.
you lose like 40 or 60. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So now it's the opposite, where you tend to gain up to like 40 SR per win and lose as little as 10.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
gonna
I
be
mean,
easy to rank up
even
now.
if you're not interested in the competitive mode, you can at least just do your placement just to get the spray and be
Yeah.
done with it.
Yeah, get the icon, get the spray.
And yeah, and
Okay.
actually now I think there are options. I don't know if this is there, huh? But is there a mode in arcade mode where you can play with competitive rules, but not
yet.
competitive?
I think they're planning to make, because people have been requesting now to make 3v3 have a competitive mode.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so I think Blizzard is working on that.
Is that viable? I've never been like.
I don't know, but people really like 3v3.
It's
I
fun
hate
though. It is fun. It is pretty fun.
It's so scary. But
Oh, we did get confirmation that there is a Christmas event coming up for Overwatch.
Next week,
Next
December
week, yeah.
13th. King's Row is getting Christmas themed.
Let's
really?
see if Babushka Zarya is a thing.
Or Santa Torbjorn.
Yeah.
You know.
Santa Torbjorn's got to be Santa Torbjorn. I mean, it has Santa.
Yeah, apparently because that there's one artwork that's official that's been out there for a while. Of
Yeah,
Santa
Blizzard
Claus
can't keep it in
Torbjorn.
their pants, can they? I mean, when it comes to news content,
It has to be real, yeah.
They just really can't keep it in.
I'm guessing the Symmetra buffs will drop also next week.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe
Any
not.
changes.
Because I heard that was kind of broken still. Like people were crashing the game by like throwing Symmetra shields up in the sky, and because Symmetra shields last
It doesn't
forever,
stop.
they don't stop until they hit a wall. So
Oh, is
after
they
a
shoot in the
point,
sky? Okay, yeah.
there'd be like a whole swarm of Symmetra shields in the sky, and the game would
No,
slow
but
down.
wouldn't it be like Hanzo's Dragons, where they'll reach the end of the map, but then after that, wala na.
I guess.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I know, but it's like you can't have like multiple. Like, imagine like you have to wait it's a longer cooldown for ultimate, whereas the shield you shoot after making a minute to shoot again times
It's less
6.
than a minute. Yeah, like the cooldown is like 6 seconds, Ata. It
Yeah,
comes back
and-
real fast.
And you do that times 6, like all Symmetra's just shooting in the sky.
Well, that's for that one mode.
Yeah,
Can't do
for
that in quick
one
player
mode.
comp. You'll have at
Yeah.
least 2 shields flying at one time.
Or more.
But yeah, the Oasis map has a ton of like funny bugs also. Have you seen the video
Right.
where because
The
there's
cars,
yeah, the cars where they're driving on a highway, they do like I think 3,000 damage.
Right.
So no matter who you are, you're gonna die. Even if you're invincible Zenyatta transcending, you will
Mhm.
die from that car. So people have figured out that if you throw Sombra's translocator on it, because the car is a loop, when they hit the end of that road, you can
Mhm.
get behind like some of the areas you're not meant to.
Really?
Yeah, there's a ton of them out there. Or you can like Widowmaker grapple, then it'll drag you all the way to the end. It's pretty funny.
Oh, man.
That map seems to have some like big problems. And like, you know, the Roadhog glitch where the hook stays permanently on whoever you hook?
Okay.
That's been happening a lot in that map.
Already.
And those hooks
Okay.
stay like 6 Roadhogs can hook one Lucio and they're all just there forever. Such a silly
That's
game.
cool. The Overwatch is still it's pretty crazy. Overwatch still like constantly updating itself.
Still
Staying true
very
to the
relevant.
seasonal.
Oh yeah, so much
Blizzard,
fresh blood after that
tradition.
Black Friday sale.
Yeah, more players coming in. So there's like
So many more
an extra couple of million of players for Overwatch. And since we're talking about Overwatch already, just a little bit of a sneak preview on what we're going to talk about later. In the Game Awards, that is officially the Game of the Year.
No surprise there.
I was surprised there. I was surprised. But we'll talk about that later during the cast when we talk about the Game Awards, aka Geoff's greatest night ever.
The Dorito Pope
The Dorito Pope.
with that shtick ad. Shik
yeah.
pala.
But there, yeah, Overwatch. That's
Yeah,
pretty
but
cool.
what have you been playing this week, man?
I jumped in and I actually bought Final Fantasy 15. So
Oh no.
Further than me now. I'm still
Okay.
at the second outpost.
yeah, I said actually I was on the way home. I think I don't know, what was that on a Saturday? I think I did an errand, and for some reason I just saw myself take a left into SM. All of a sudden, it walked up.
$3,000 pesos just gone
Yeah.
from your wallet.
Oh, actually, in iTech, it was actually out of stock. It was
Oh,
like,
wow.
oh. Yeah, it was like out of stock. Like, oh, okay, that's the god speaking. So I walked out the store and like, okay, I guess I'm not gonna get Final Fantasy 15 today, and everything. And then I passed by SM's department store, and they have
Oh, you bought it there. How much
Yeah,
was it there?
Same actually. Like,
Same? It's not like over by 200 or something like that?
It's kind
Usually
of funny.
they charge
It's technically they charge more because
Yeah, usually.
in iTech it was 3995, whereas there it was 3998.
Wait, 399 or 299?
No. Sorry, 299. Sorry, 299.
Oh,
In
that's not-
iTech it
that's
was
weird.
2995, and then in that place it was like 2998. So when I saw that, like, that's not so bad. I can give it 3 extra credits.
Yeah, that's actually not so bad.
It
Does
wasn't
that
at all.
mean? Does that really mean that the stores are overcharging for FF15?
Pretty much, because those like Toy Kingdom and like those kinds of like those shops or those mini shops rather in like SM areas, they're usually more expensive than that. Yeah, they're always
Yeah,
usually.
yeah, it's overpriced, but they're honest about it.
Yeah, they're honest about it. That's why I got pretty shocked because I saw it. I saw it. That I might as well check it out. I saw Final Fantasy 15 right over there, R3 version in display, right beside also the Luna PS4 special edition. So there's one also there in SMBF. Just take note. But yeah, I bought it there. Played Final Fantasy 15. I'm still in the same. I'm in the same boat as Miggy when we talked about it last episode. So there's no surprise there. It's a lot of fun. I just have one extra addition now to Final Fantasy 15.
What?
Prompto needs to fucking shut up.
I know, right? I
So
hate that guy.
That guy is so annoying and so weak in terms of life.
He's so squishy. Yeah, he has the lowest HP out of the 4. He keeps dying.
Yeah, I'm like level
He
28
doesn't do damage
already,
either.
and he's like what 700 HP. So it's just stupid. He's
Oh my
annoying,
god.
and he takes selfies like left and right. It's really stupid. It's so stupid.
Well, the rest of the world loves him because he used to be a fat kid.
Apparently, but yeah, Final Fantasy 15. But what I want to talk about though is a game called Let It Die, which is a game.
Let It Die. That's that new Suda 51 game that was
That's
announced at
free.
PSX, and it's
Yep.
free on PS4.
Mhm.
Absolutely free.
And it was a big surprise when it was announced in the PlayStation Experience because, from what I understand, it was just slated for a 2016 release with no actual news about it ever. Like
I had
they had it.
I had no,
It really
like no
came out of
knowledge about
nowhere.
this.
No one
Yeah.
really expected it. But
I
you
was
pointed
probably the only one freaking out when the Grasshopper logo showed up at PSX.
you to
I was
Suda.
like, oh, this is a new Suda game.
Yeah,
And then no one else
actually,
really cared. But then you got to try it though.
yeah, we got to try it. It's a little bit of a trivia though. When the PS4 was revealed or was coming out, there was a game that was introduced
Yep.
called Lily Bergamo.
Lily Bergamo.
Yeah,
that
Lily
was-
Bergamo. So that's what it became.
It became
Yeah,
Let It
Lily
Die.
Bergamo
Nice.
evolved into Let It Die. They had
Yeah,
they
because
didn't
Lily
release-
got canceled a little quietly.
Yeah,
So that was a bummer. But
it was it was
Hey,
I,
good
I
things
think
from Let It Die.
I think it was because they shifted to because Let It Die is a free to play game. I think they shifted to that, and instead of having someone with that's actually a forefront, because this game is more of like it's how do I explain this game? It's an action RPG in a sense, and it's very roguelike and it's a dungeon crawler at the same time because the whole concept of it is, in a nutshell, you are a random dude um, who starts at the bottom of a tower called the Tower of Barbs, and your goal is to simply just reach the top of the tower. And the kicker is, if you die, the guy literally dies, and you have to repeat and become another character, and then rinse and repeat, and hope you can reach to the top of the tower. So it starts just right off the bat. All the things that's going on, them explaining it. It's all Suda 51 fashion. It's like it was really so out there, so absurd, so unusual. The one who's in front of this game is pretty much Uncle Death. He's hilarious. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he has a French accent too.
Yeah, I know.
He's French.
Yeah, that was weird.
Well, he has a French accent. We don't know what he is really. But what's funny about this though is when you're playing this game, when you load it up and you play it, it doesn't feel or it doesn't seem like it's a free to play game. It feels there's a story in it. There's characters to somewhat get like, ooh, it's definitely an interesting character.
There's a level of polish that you would expect.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard to distinguish right now, but once because the opening of that game was just so entertaining, it was just so out there that you will be surprised that I'll just like if you saw that out of the blue the first like 30 minutes or an hour of the game, and then I tell you like, hey, that's a free to play game. It's a free to play model game. you can get it for free anytime. It'll kind of like that's kind of really this is a free game, because there's what Will was saying. There's an amount of polish seen to it, and I think I played for the first few hours, and it's grindy. I'll say that right now. It's grindy because you're grinding gear, you're grinding stuff to try to reach it, but it's fun grind, if that makes any sense. Just like any other free-to-play model, but it's in the fun sense, in a challenging sense. And everything about this game is again completely absurd, from how you heal to how you fight to the items you get. It's just it does not take itself seriously ever. Like if you want to eat,
Like most Suda games.
yeah, like the consumables are all mushrooms for one. And if you find creatures, or rather animals, if you find a frog, you catch it. You can either store it to eat later, or you eat it on the spot to heal. Just eat a frog to heal. Like, okay, fine. You eat mushrooms, or
Eat a frog.
mushroom, and it's called a grenade mushroom. Don't eat it because you'll blow up. Or you just toss it along to the enemy so it becomes a grenade. Stuff like that. It's really absurd, really unusual.
Like,
You can
don't eat it, but you can if you want.
Yeah, like I literally tried, like, because it says I picked up. I think it's called the grenade mushroom, and I picked it up. An option of either eat it or store it and then throw it later if you want to. So I ate it because I want to see what happens. I blew up. I blew up. Also, the poisonous mushrooms. If you eat it, you get poison. The sleepy mushrooms, you eat it, you fall asleep. Like it's very funny. The weapons are also absurd. Like you have clothing iron, like the iron for your clothes. You can use that.
Nice.
A weapon that shoots fireworks. What else? And another thing about the weapons and the armor, they all have durability, so they break eventually.
Can you repair them?
Apparently, I can't find that. Like if you have like a miner's cap, if you get hit, the durability will go down, and you'll eventually lose the defense associated with that item. Same with like the bats. Usually it's good for like maybe 8 swings, and it's gone. So you're like constantly like forced to just scavenge for stuff to at least use against the enemies you go against. And it's actually nerve-wracking and pretty tough. Like you have to manage it and hope to God you don't die, so you can go back to the hub and then level up your character, or store the stuff you earned, so you can go back to the grind, to climbing the tower without much penalty. Because again, if you die, goodbye character. So it's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. I highly suggest you guys play it. Let It Die. It's actually a lot of fun. The one thing I want to also mention, it has like a Dark Souls kind of concept, which is pretty cool.
When you drop a currency.
No, when someone dies, the game, because if you play it online, this feature triggers, and if a player dies, their character, death technically, quote unquote, gets the death data of that character, and he throws it at someone else's game.
I see.
So, for example, you're a level 5
it's-
guy with this gear, and you die. That information of that character will be thrown to someone else's playthrough into
It's
a
the enemy.
level as the enemy with the gear that you died with. So and it's
Right.
randomized, and it's
So
pretty
it's
cool.
it's like in Neo, when a player dies, their soul, or like how in Dark Souls where they have the bloodstain.
Yeah.
In Neo, the bloodstain is there, but instead of checking out how they die, you can challenge them to a fight.
Yeah.
But here, it sounds like it's active. It's just
like-
there.
It's just part of the stage or part of the floor, and it's randomized. It feels like it's randomized. The only time you can tell they're called haters. The only time you can tell it's a hater.
They're
Yeah,
called
it's funny.
haters.
They're called haters.
So good.
It's really good. It's really good.
Oh,
I'm telling
God.
you. You can only tell if it's a hater if their name is in orange. If it's in orange, that's the player that died. That's a character of someone else's player. And
Sounds
it's
cool.
very randomized. It's very randomized because they won't warn you that there is. It'll just be part of the stage. It might be in
They'll
the
just
corner.
run up and hit you.
start fighting. Those start going against you. They
Nice.
find you, but it's very random. It's again because I remember in like I think the second floor, it's the start of the game. The second floor, I find a level 25 hater. I'm like, fuck. What am I gonna do with this level 25 guy? He just rips me apart and I die. Like fuck. So that's an interesting thing that they added. Like I actually dig it. And then if you beat a hater, you earn another currency. I forget what it's called. So there's a reason to find these guys and beat it. And
Speaking of
that,
currency, like this being a free to play game, I'm assuming there's a lot of what do you
mm,
call it,
there's an
downloadable
in-game.
content, or
Freemium.
or yeah, it's like a freemium game. So there's some sort of in-game
Uh,
boost that you can buy. Like what how is this? Excuse me. What's the monetization system like?
there's an in-game currency that you get a couple of it at the start and everything, and I think it's called the DH service, death counters or whatever, and I'm not sure if I have the right names, but that currency can either revive your character upon death, um, increase your storage space, and I think other services available with using that kind of currency. And it's hilarious because how they promote it is just it's like once you die for the first time, it's like the 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 employee of the service that offers like free revives and free was that shows up and starts to sell you the idea in front of you as if you're there,
Nice.
and it's hilarious. And then so whenever you die, she pops up and she has like some kind of like sign. Do you want to revive? Yes or no. If you go no, you repeat and get another character. If you press yes, you use one death currency, and then you revive it full life, exactly where you were.
Oh,
Ah,
Um,
let's
nice.
see.
yeah. And if you die again, she pops up again. Do you want to be revived? And then there you go. It's hilarious. I actually really dig it.
That sounds, yeah, pretty cool. Like an obnoxious salesman.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's like a little lady that seemed like she's all happy. Like, here, you want to revive? Here.
That sounds like a very Suda thing,
I know it's really
given how
cool.
crazy all these games are.
And there's like login rewards. I'm not too sure whether it's always the death counter when you go login, but there's also like incentive for logins. Um, I use most of my death counters to increase the storage because I would like to like hoard all the items I can find so far and put it there. So if my character dies, I can just like pick up the weapons and the armor that I've picked up before and have a better start.
Right, right, right.
Oh, and there's some kind of progression. I know I'm taking a lot, but there's some sort of progression. You don't lose completely everything. There's weapon masteries. If you kill something with a specific weapon, like for example the bat, the mastery for the bat increases. So when you level up with that mastery, you learn a specific passive perk. Like for example, this now with using this weapon, it's like it hits more, or it uses stamina less, or it has a new move. So and that carries all throughout your whole account. So you don't necessarily lose something as you progress. So that's something to take note of. And apparently there's a cap. I don't know how it works yet. I have to learn about it. I think 25 is the cap. I don't, but I've seen level 40s. I don't know how it works. So there's meat into this game. I don't know how tall the fucking tower is as well. So again, let it die. It's actually pretty surprising that it's a free to play game, but it's definitely
Yeah, like the
really
trailer that
cool.
they did show during PSX did not look like a free-to-play trailer.
No, it did
Like it
not.
looked like a regular Suda game that won't sell. You know?
Yeah,
I like how that won't sell. Okay.
and this has multiplayer. This has actual multiplayer. I don't know how it works. I haven't bothered jumping in yet, so I can't say. But I think I died a couple of times, and it just popped up and hey, guess what? Like Uncle Death just showed, hey, guess what? This game actually has multiplayer component. We didn't even know. And like that's how they
Oh
were talking.
wow!
Yeah,
Like they're aware that it's a game.
it is a game. You
Nice.
actually jump out of the arcade, and then you have people to talk to, especially Uncle Death. And then when you start the game, Uncle Death starts the game for you, and you go back into climbing the tower of barbs. So technically, it is. That's also part of the story. Like
How
you're just
does the multiplayer work?
I don't know yet. I have to jump in. It just popped up out of nowhere.
So yeah, all right, that's something we need to look into.
Yeah, so
Because
that's
I've been
more
meaning to try it because I did download it the moment I heard that it was free.
right.
Because I like them. I like them Suda games.
Yeah,
They're funny, even though they're a bit jank.
and this game,
But
I've experienced bosses. There's a mid bosses and actual bosses, and I fought one very easy, but I'm kind of curious. Like, they have bosses for Christ's sake. I'm not too sure how intricate they are as you move forward, but
And that's scary. You have to deal with a boss. You don't know their pattern or anything. And if you die once, that's it.
yeah, because the boss, how it works is it's kind of funny because as you go through like each floor, you have to look for the escalator. So if you find the escalator, you're moving up. Um, Sometimes the escalator is like barred or locked, and that usually indicates that you have to fight. There's a boss around, so you have to look for the boss,
oh, nice.
and you have to it unlocks the door. So I experienced one. So it was nerve wracking. It was nerve wracking for me because I fought the first boss. I had no more weapons. They were all broken. So I had my fists left and a bunch of mushrooms. So it was a taxing affair. And then I finally learned that at 20%, this guy learns how to charge. He kills me instantly. And then I was introduced by that whole like sales lady. And I used like maybe 4 death counters to fucking kill that guy with my fists. But that's why it's pretty cool, the gameplay, because you have those certain scenarios because of things breaking or the stuff that you pick up that you're forced to like just take care of that scenario because of what you have. And it's a really cool game. It's free, so you should check it out. PS4, 33 gigs, I think. If you guys have enough
Not
space
so
for
bad.
that one, not so bad. And yeah, let it die. PS4,
Let it die.
Suda 51.
It's nice to know that he got Lily Bergamo out there, even though it did change forms.
Yeah, they never explained or gave a reason why they shifted to Let It Die. It just silently, as it went forward, it just became Let It Die. I guess the direction suited, or the setting of Let It Die was more fitting to what they wanted to be, what they wanted to create. Sorry. So there you go.
Awesome. Break.
Break.
I love this character, man. Uncle Death.
Uncle Death.
He's a fucking kid with a skateboard, and he just shows up every now and then. And oh yeah, there's also that I forgot. There's a lot actually in this game. There's also like some like executions, and whenever you execute him, like he just pops up and says, "Oh, that's awesome."
I'm wondering if it's like connected to any of his other games.
I wonder too.
Because like all of his games have some weird loose tie-ins to each other. So like it all takes place in the same world, but just they're all far from each other, happening in
Yeah.
their own thing. So I'm curious. That's cool. I like me some Suda. Hopefully he'll get more money this way because of the free-to-play model.
I hope so. Yeah, I really hope so. The multiplayer, I saw the concept. Like it's based on regions or countries, and I don't know. And each region or country fights each other, but I don't know how it works yet. I have to like dive into it again.
Wow.
Is there a way to
Okay,
like
that's pretty
team up?
cool.
Yeah, so like, there's no Philippines, so we can't do that. But I think all the states in the U.S. is there, but like there's Spain though, there's Hong Kong, there's stuff like that, and Australia. So pretty cool.
We'll probably get thrown in with the Hong Kongers.
You can pick. You can pick once, and then you can switch regions once. And then if you already use your free switch, you're there for good.
Oh man, I still need to fucking finish Killer is Dead.
I haven't finished that either. Shit.
Oh god, he's working on another game for Microsoft Windows. A remake of an older game, The Silver Case. Dang, Grasshopper's doing the work.
The Silver Case is a visual novel.
On PS1, yeah. So that's getting remade. Multi-language. Cool. There's a PS3 game we never got.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Malvin posted another
Besides growing up.
toy unboxing. He got the Toy Story
Alvin
Chogokian
Lim from
robot.
GreatToysOnline.com.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. It's not very nice. He doesn't even post in HD, man. Oh gosh. He says that he has a professional like team with lights and shit, but I don't ever see those videos.
I know. He doesn't care about sound either. That's like
He
his
doesn't care.
bedroom or his living room.
Always with an electric fan on.
Sometimes you hear like a fucking tricycle or like a dog starts barking.
Oh yeah, typical Pinoy style, right? There's a fucking IGN put up a video of that scene from Zoolander 1 when all the male models go out and have fun and then they kill themselves at the gas station.
Mm.
So it's Ben Stiller and his model friends, but with the faces of the Final Fantasy 15 boys. Gosh, Zoolander's the best.
What's this?
I'm good to go.
GPD, okay. Yeah.
Wait.
Bye.
No one's in chat. That sucks. Oh well. Fucking mute. All right.
Ready?
Yeah. I'm still recording. Everything's working.
Yes, ready to go.
Okay.
You lead the way, Carlos.
Yes, I will lead the way. Let me see if everything's ready and in order. Fuck, is it in order? Is it ready? Where are you? There you go. Okay. Countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's talk about. I don't know. You guys pick. You want Games Award first or PlayStation Experience first?
Let's do game. We should do Game Awards first because I think that happened first, right?
It did. Yeah, it did.
All right, that's suitable enough. Yeah, Game Awards happened. Yay! That actually happened.
I was late for a studio use because of that.
Yeah. We're not gonna talk about the awards. The awards can be found in their website. You can look at that. But the Game of the Year, just to let you know, Overwatch did take it.
Yeah, we called it though. Like I think that was pretty certain from the outset.
Yeah, I wanted Uncharted 4, but you can't.
But Uncharted 4 did win its own thing also, so you
It
can't
won a
be
lot. Yeah,
too unhappy
It won
about
A
that.
handful, yeah, a good amount of it.
Won a bunch of stuff.
But the whole event in itself, it was interesting.
That was a ride. Yeah,
It was definitely a ride. It was definitely. It definitely. I see the reason we need this because simply the video game industry.
Geoff Keighley don't care.
Yeah, Geoff Keighley is trying. I'll tell him that at least, or I'll tell you guys that at least. But
the money needs to come from somewhere, guys.
Yeah, I know. Like the Game Awards, I think the industry is like slowly maturing enough that these awards are like really. It needs to be, a yearly thing. It needs to be taken seriously and all that. Slowly, we'll get to that point where we take it super seriously. Because right now, based on what I saw, it's just an opportunity to sponsor the hell out of anything, or like it's just advert on advert. Like an advert got sandwiched by another advert.
Dude, it had the adverts were so strong that one of them actually entered into the award ceremony. You know, we had a shtick Razor Man
Hydrobot. Yes,
Yes,
it's the best.
in there.
Because
That
fucking
was so strange. That's what popped
it was no what's his name, Bossman from former game trailers guy. He was just like
Yeah.
walking around the front part of the audience section, and then he goes like, "Oh, we'll go to Hydrobot," and like, who's Hydrobot? Then it
I
shows
don't
this
know who
giant-
Hydrobot is. Yeah.
this robot with a razor for a head. Like, oh my god, what's going on? And oh, there's this.
Yeah, it was a guy. It was a fucking mascot with a razor head, and then he showed up like multiple times throughout. No, multiple times. I mean, two
He got a
times.
photo
Basically.
with Kojima.
You got a photo with Kojima. It was. I want this before, after the photo.
That robot
It's-
has a one-up over me in my life. He has a photo with
Mm.
Hideo Kojima.
I'm sure he was born yesterday before the event. I don't know.
Oh no, man,
if
he has his
never-
own YouTube channel.
Oh, okay, that was wrong.
and
Then
Twitter account, and
probably more subscribers than us, maybe. Fucking Hydro Man. Yeah, it's very unusual. But yeah, the Game Awards was like just filled with adverts. Well, it's not a bad thing to like get sponsors for the show, but
It's
when
not,
it's just
but
so
it's just
hard,
funny.
it's just
They
so
shove
hard
it in
to
your
like.
face so hard.
Yeah, it was. They were literally just shoving it in your face.
Remember when
either
it used to be
Assassin's-
Stride, the ridiculously long-lasting gum? That's
was
gone.
it Stride last year also? Gosh.
I think it was like 2
Um,
years ago. It's been absent for a while.
Well, I don't
See, we
remember.
remember the ads because they shove it in our faces so much.
Yeah, because like last year, I can't quite put a finger on how heavy it was last year, but here I just couldn't escape. I couldn't escape it. Like I just like kept on saying, "Wow, it's just so much stuff that don't want to buy, but they keep telling me I should buy." I mean, like it's just so hard. Like I just
That's
want
the
to.
Geoff Keighley experience.
I just want, yeah, it felt like the Geoff Keighley experience for sure. Because I just wanted to see new stuff and appreciate the art, I guess, and then like appreciate people who win it, cool, and everything. But it was advert from advert to advert, and then we get some awards, we get some announcements in between, and all that. And there's even one point where even like Warframe showed up just to show their up to like talk about their update.
Yeah,
I mean, like
they
even games went,
pushed that hard too.
even the games that just like here, hey, just talk about Warframe for I don't know why.
Because,
Just
because of this sponsor spot, man.
probably, yeah. Like here's your
And then
spot,
Cliffy B shows up.
and he does the same thing.
Really
He's like
hard sells his new game.
so
was that?
hard stuff.
That shooter. that looks
Lawbreakers.
Really cool. Lawbreakers.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was pushing it real hard.
He always does that. Even when Titanfall was brand new, remember that? He was like, have you seen it?"
Yeah, he did do
Titanfall?
that.
Not Titanfall 2. When Titanfall 1 was first coming out, remember he did
Oh,
the
yeah.
VGA awards for that.
He did it.
And like his co-host was like, "I don't care about Titanfall. Stop talking about it."
Oh no.
Yeah,
but
You
like,
should though. Titanfall 2 sounds really super cool.
it's really good. It's just really good. Like, I can go for days with, especially the new patch that came out with a free map, and then
Oh
added
shit,
content.
wow. Free map
Yeah.
already.
There's a free map already. Knowing, you know what? There's a free weekend that I mentioned, and then I jumped. Like just a little bit of a side note. Let's put Jeff in the side for a bit. Give an advert for Titanfall 2.
He did.
No, this is actually a sad one. Actually, this is actually a sad one. Free weekend last weekend. I think it was last weekend. You can play the multiplayer in its full entirety, in its full glory, in I think most platforms.
Mhm.
So I jump in on a Saturday to see the numbers, to see how many people are playing. Shit, the same numbers.
Oh man,
No one
I tried.
cares. No
I
one's
tried to
cared.
download it.
It's still like
game
from 10
is-
to 12 or something, or
Oh,
1,000
it's
people.
really
going,
bad.
going back to the Game Awards, like, was there any? Like, I've had people ask me, like, why do people say this show is rigged? And I'm like, it's not that it's not rigged. It's not
No,
that
he
it's
says-
rigged. Rob from Ungeek was asking me this. He's asking, why do people say it's rigged? It's like, it's not that it's rigged. It's not rigged, but it's more of like the judging is kind of biased in the sense that we don't know who the judges are, right? And it's primarily on
How
a lot
can you say it's biased though?
Mm.
If we don't even know who they are.
Yeah, but I'm sure like it's a bunch of like Keeley's people.
Yeah,
we know
exactly.
that.
It's a lot of AAA. I mean, like, and some of the categories also just seem a little weird at times. Like they're just
Well, that's
invented
to
to
like
showcase
pad
the
out
game.
the rest of the show, right? It's like these categories change per year.
I guess, yeah, that's true. But I mean, forget that. Do you feel like the show is getting to the point when we can sort of take it as a serious award show now, or
No,
Nope.
no,
not
no.
really, right?
But we don't watch it because it's a serious award show,
No,
right? Like
No, that's
I
it's
watch
better
it.
this year than it was last year. That's for sure.
No, well, I watch it because there's something that they're gonna announce. But I
World
also want
premiere.
that's the first one, yeah, world premiere. Like that's the first reason why I'd like to watch this. The second one, obviously, is because there has to be an award show because this is a creative industry, just like in music
Yeah,
and
yeah.
movies. It has to be a point where those who create, those who make stuff,
They need the recognition.
they need the
Makes them
recognition.
bigger.
They need to show either you're an artist or a director or a writer. All forms of what makes a game has to be there has to be a night where they all come together and pretty much appreciate that art form. Are we there yet? Fuck no. I mean, we're not
Oh
even
no,
close
no,
to
no,
it
no
at
way.
all. We're not. It's not prestigious enough to even take it seriously because, well, if you just watch the Game Awards now, I mean, I'm not blaming Geoff for anything, but if you just watch it, it's just we're not even close to anything, or even I'm not saying I want it to be like Golden Globes or Oscar, but if you're telling me what Hydro Man thinks about how I shave, I mean, like I don't. How will I ever take this show seriously when
Well,
I have to
yeah,
answer that
there's
question?
that, but I'm surprised that this show is still going because didn't we hear like before that when game trailers went down, like, oh no, how will Joff make money for his award show now? But he somehow still gets to do it, right?
I, you know,
From his own pocket. Like he wants this to be a thing, and like that's okay, that's pretty cool.
no, because
The
I'm
drive
sure
is
like
there.
I'm not like I have my problems with the Game Awards, and we're just like on the tip of the problems with the Game Awards. To be
It can't
honest,
be helped.
Yeah,
I'm at my number one list. And I have a fucking set.
Hydro Man is the best.
Yeah, the highlight. But Jeff Keighley, yeah, he used his own pocket, not that, because I'd like to think that he knows the purpose of having this kind of show. And I also can't blame him if he had to like use all those slots to fill it up,
Just to get the
um,
show going, right?
just to get the show going and just to actually get it possibly earn. Because I guess it's not there yet to the point that we have to throw ads in their face because that's the only way it can go. I don't know how we can move forward instead of like having that so much heavy adverts and everything. But I still appreciate his efforts to constantly make this work, despite it being what it is. No matter it's just
Yeah, and
um,
it's still nice to see your game get recognized as the best X of the year, right? In any
right.
yeah.
category.
But it gets even worse when you're filled with adverts already, and there's like it feels like they're all using all the space to use for the sponsorships and all that and the sponsors, and then in between the awards, some awards were not even in the main
Yeah, they
recording.
just get mentioned.
They just have mentioned, hey, someone bust like we already have the winner for best art strategy game. It's
Civ
um,
6.
Civ 6,
Civ
yeah.
6,
That's what
yeah.
happened. I remember that what happened last year with Mortal Kombat. Like, oh yeah, it's your best fighting game, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, like they just offhand mention it before they announce like the next.
Yeah, I that's when I got like a little bit pissed. Like you have so much space filled with Hydro
And
Man. You put the award in an award show on
first,
the side.
put the
You put
awards first. Yeah,
you put the awards on the side in the award show. It's like it because there's some award shows do that because there's not enough time, right? Because
Yeah,
maybe they can. But when you see the Game Awards this year, you know that there's a lot of time. It's just like the sponsors took the time or something. That's the only thing I can think of because I guess the best fighting game, best strategy game. They're on the sides. You didn't see somebody like announce the winner on the main stage. No, you didn't get that at all. We didn't see Civ 6 developers walk up on the stage and appreciate their consistency in the series. Like we didn't see that at all. Um, So it's not like I that was pretty disappointing. But what can you do? Another point I want to mention is Jeff Keighley spent time to like do the wrong that happened last year with Hideo Kojima because of Konami.
Oh, dude, he fangirled so hard,
Fangirls
Super
for
hard.
Kojima.
super hard.
Like
Like Kojima looked uncomfortable.
yeah, I have a post about the good and the bad of the Game Awards, and I did throw in the speech from Jeff Keighley.
He looked like he wanted to cry as he was pouring his heart out to this
When he
Japanese
was,
man.
yeah, Jeff Keighley was pouring his heart out for this guy, the creator of Metal Gear Solid, Snake himself, Hideo Kojima, and he was pretty much presenting him the Industry Icon Award, I think. Like
Right.
and that's the award that he deserved or won last year, but he wasn't given. He wasn't allowed to go
He
to the
wasn't allowed to
show
go, yeah,
to accept
like,
it
because of
because
Konami's
Konami
lawyers.
barred him from doing
Ah,
any
yeah,
event
you're right.
and
You're
all
right.
that. And I think Kiefer Sutherland, like if ever they had wins, like Kiefer Sutherland was there for for Kojima and everything. Kiefer Sutherland was there because he's Snake in MGS5. So he spent the opening to right the wrong, quote unquote, whatever. But I don't know why he like I do appreciate what he does, but he had to do it again just to like we have to we have to give it to him the proper way. Fine, and then he does a speech, and then yeah, Miggy's right.
And
He
then,
starts bawling, but he looked like he's about to bawl, and then his voice starts to crack. So like yeah, he's almost there. He's at the breaking point at this point because his voice is cracking and everything. Fine, he's a huge fan of. He's a huge friend. He's a huge fan. Um, he gets his award, and then we get a sneak peek at his latest game with his new studio, Hideo Kojima's unusually weird ass freaking game, Death
and
Stranding.
we still don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
At
a new
all.
trailer shows up. Guillermo del Toro is. Am I right? Del Toro, right? He was
Yes,
there.
Guillermo del Toro is there.
Makes a cameo. He's holding a baby because apparently Death Stranding they're just filled with babies.
Random babies, like we
I
don't.
don't understand. We go through a tunnel. We see skeleton soldiers, and then
We see the bad guys from MGS5.
yeah, and then we it gets revealed because the Splinter Cell goggles disappear into nothing, and you see Mads Mikkelsen of Hannibal fame, and also the antagonist of Doctor Strange. Actually, if you guys have watched
The man
Doctor
is
Strange.
putting in the work. He's everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. He's the
he was
bad guy. in
apparently the
Doctor Strange.
antagonist for Death Stranding, and boom, that's a reveal. There's a big actor, a big known actor, joining Norman Reedus in Death Stranding to hold babies. I don't know what, but
Holding babies.
Death Stranding, yeah, it's there. They showed it. We're all weirded out. Mads, the actor, joins in this cast, and I remember there was an interview with them talking about Death Stranding, and he even said, "I have no idea what Death Stranding is all about." It's so interesting.
It made
that
more
he-
questions than it answered.
Yeah.
Yep.
People who are in production of Death Stranding has no idea what Death Stranding is all about. They only know is they have actors, there's babies, and it's an open world game. I am not kidding. I am not. That's what
It's
what I
not
just
real
said.
until
That's
there's
how you sell a
gameplay.
game. Hey, you want to
Look
be
at
in a game by Hideo Kojima? Sure. What's it about? It's about babies in an open world.
And
Dead
and
fish.
blood and dead
And
fish
then
and whales. There's a dead whale in
The
the first
parasite
trailer.
unit from MGS5.
I think Del Toro and Kojima are the only ones.
Who have any idea?
Oh, did you see? Did you see
Yeah.
that? Somebody played the both Death Stranding trailers side by side together.
Oh, I heard about this.
The one with Norman Reedus, yeah. And when the baby disappears from Norman Reedus, at the same time, it teleports into that canister that Guillermo del Toro is holding.
Oh, that's just weird. I
So
don't,
people
I
are
don't
saying,
care.
"Oh my God, Kojima!"
I don't care.
All
And I'm like,
teleporting babies.
yeah. I don't know what that means.
I think his secrets are like a game in itself already, Punyeta. Just like, figure this out. Why? Why should I
It's
do
not
this?
real until there's gameplay, because for fuck's sake.
Yeah, no, then they
But
just
hey, world premiere.
they reveal that Stranding is not actually a game, it's actually a movie. Bam.
Oh no, don't be like that. An open world movie.
You
Oh
know,
god.
this is the true Phantom
Well,
Pain game.
about the
And
Game Awards again, like
yeah, going back. But
about its legitimacy and all that. It's because you would expect like a bigger company to, because like Sony can have the budget to run a better show, right? Or
Mm,
stuff like that.
oh well, yeah,
You can't really do that because it'll have a bias to Sony products, of course.
yeah.
right.
Microsoft can't do that either because they'll push their own
Yeah.
thing.
So what do
And so
what like just like in okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
you have Joff, the everyman, who has limited
Everybody.
resources, and yeah, he's trying to make it real, but
No,
I'm
I
sure there
agree.
are limiting factors to it.
I appreciate. He seems to be the only one who's doing it, so I do appreciate that he is
Yeah, and
trying.
he wants to do it too, right? It's not like a sellout. He needs to be a sellout to make it happen.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate because I still feel he's a terrible presenter. Also, like, but I guess he got burned out by like having those
Yeah,
celebrity
he did
hosts and
try to
shit.
have celebrity hosts before.
It
Like,
didn't.
remember that time
Yeah,
Jack Black was the host
it didn't
and
work.
he sang in a diaper at some point, and then Barney Stinson was there, Neil Patrick Harris. His favorite game is Mario, and that seems to be the only game he knows about, right?
What can you do? But
Oh,
just like any
and
other
Reggie.
industry, with
Remember,
awards.
Reggie was there too, like for a very.
Oh, dude, Reggie was there. We got hyped
Yeah.
for no
Reggie's
reason.
body was ready because
It's Reggie time. That's it. Nothing really happened.
they showed Zelda footage, right? They showed Zelda
They
footage.
did. They
They
did
did, but
some.
it didn't
They
look
showed a Let's Play.
super interesting.
They showed a
They
Let's Play.
basically showed a Let's Play, yeah.
Yeah, they showed
A really
it.
bad Let's Play.
Really. No, but what we were saying about the industry, like, yeah, we appreciate what he's doing. Um, and big companies can't do it because they'll be very biased. True. So what do other industries do? Um, like, for example, movies, Golden Globes, Oscars. They have a committee, they have a guild, they have a group, and then they throw investors in that group. We don't have something in that regard. It's not a company, it's not that. It's a group of people.
Yeah, we don't have something to that scale.
Yeah, and then there's investors making this happen, and that group is just pretty much not preserve, but pretty much like um, their job is pretty much to make an award show and then throw appreciation left and right in a way. That's what I understand of how award shows should work. Maybe you can correct me if I'm not. That's why it's not that's to eliminate bias because it's a series of like people from different fields of the industry. Like maybe it will be a guild or a committee with writers, actors, programmers, um, I don't know, directors, salespeople, and all that from different fields, not specifically in one company or whatever, just them, and then organizing and then planning out, and then eventually being also the ones that are nominating these games or personalities and art talents for the actual awards. The only moment that I think the Game Awards was shows that this kind of event is very important. This kind of event is required is when that Dragon Cancer won, which is another weird ass award, but congrats to them. Games for Impact Award, and it's an indie game. That Dragon Cancer, and it was very emotional. It was pretty very emotional that he won. He was crying.
He's crying on stage, yeah.
He was crying on stage. He had a speech and everything. It's a game. It's a very personal and touching story about his son's fight against cancer, and he pretty much translated that experience or that story into this game. And this game was in Kickstarter, very small team, um, and it became a reality and all that. And then it won in the Game Awards. So it was a very touching and emotional scene and everything. And that when that happened, that pretty much reminded me that the Game Awards or anything like this for the industry is very important because that's just appreciating something unique because you don't see a game that tries to portray a 5-year-old's battle against cancer or something like that, or just it's just you don't see that. So they appreciate or recognize that kind of um, product or art, and that was pretty cool. Hopefully, we'll see
I want
more
to,
of
I,
that.
I want to play devil's advocate to that.
Go.
It's like I'm wondering, did the game win just because of that, though, or was there, is there actually a good game in under that, that?
It's a walking. It's a walking. It's you experiencing the life or the story of of the characters. It's so my best for someone who hasn't played it and all that. It's just like any walk simulator or like you just happen to just be a
Won the
witness of the story.
Fields Award, man.
Yeah,
The
The feels so.
I
it's
kept
game. They
I
won.
kept saying in chat
He
that
didn't win. He
you
didn't win
think
games for like best narration or best story. He won for impact. I mean, like it just was
feels.
like what's that one game again about the Gone Home? In that like Gone Home is like in can be in that category. That's the kind of category that Cancer has won. Like because Gone Home had that impact, that had like that effect, that could either like touch you in a more personal level, or you can relate to the story. So I guess that's why it's games for impact, and this game specifically did that. So good on them. And then as we keep going, more ads. And rappers for the Games Awards. They had rappers,
And
which was
rappers.
which is very
Man.
unusual. Moving forward,
The
unusual
millennial
trend
kids like that rap group duo that was on stage because I've heard that song on the radio.
That's another unusual thing with the Game Awards because, and throwing entertainment is fun. It's pretty cool. Um, I don't. Maybe I'm just too old for this or something. I don't know, but I don't know who they were or if it came from a game. But they were. They seemed very inappropriate in terms of the lyrics they were throwing out or that they were rapping out. Um, but that was weird. That was a weird rap performance, and we had two of them throughout the show. And I'm not saying rap's bad. I'm just saying that I just didn't see the
It's
reason.
weird.
It just didn't fit. It just didn't fit. It didn't make any sense. Um, and then we had another performance. I think a song or like a music performance in for Doom. I guess the Doom soundtrack.
Yeah, that was okay. The
That
Doom
was
soundtrack
okay,
is cool. It's so
but
weird.
I felt depressed after because we're talking about Doom here. It just didn't. I just I was like parang transported into the Doom world, and I kind of don't want to be in there. Like I don't want to be in Doom's world. Um, but yeah, that it kind of fits, I guess. But yeah, those really unusual performances. And then I don't know. The biggest one, of course, our Game of the Year, the other awards, and all that. But I think the biggest takeaway out of it in the end, sadly, it wasn't. Was more the weirdly enough the gameplay footage of Mass Effect Andromeda, and
It looked a bit jank,
it looked
if
really
you ask me.
raw. Like that's the
The dead video game eyes on the main character.
It
seemed
the,
raw.
it looked like they just took the Dragon Age engine and made it. Yeah.
I like. I was excited because it does look like a Mass Effect game. Like it's pretty cool. It looks real and everything. But it just I don't know. Maybe raw is the wrong word, but at the same time, the game maybe they're just showing off the characters and all that. But it doesn't seem more of a cover shooter. It looks more of an arcade D kind of an RPG. Because the guy like I don't know. Based on the trailer, it doesn't seem like cover was more of a thing to consider. Because the guy was like teleporting forward, throwing stuff. He has a shield. Like there's also side dashing, so it's very quick and fast. So it feels kind of like a different thing. But yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda. There's also like you were gonna start picking up freaking flowers, I think, and mines because crafting will be a thing and everything. But there, Mass Effect Andromeda is also like we
Yeah,
got some
that's what I'm
footage
saying.
of it.
Doesn't it remind you of Inquisition in that sense? That like the combat's a lot more arcadey. Like there's a lot of stuff to collect.
Yeah,
It's just it happens to be in space now.
Yeah, because like the side dashes that I saw in the gameplay, that didn't seem right. That seemed more like throwing into like a more gung ho kind of I don't know, more fast paced kind of gameplay instead of a cover shooter for itself. Because Mass Effect is more of a, it's pretty much like cover to cover shoot, and then throwing space magic every now and then. And but yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda, they pretty much ended it with that. And with that note, what do you guys think? Despite it being with like filled with adverts, filled with unusual moments, thanks Kojima.
I got entertained.
Enough, yeah. I think I get like despite of my negativity with it, it was
I think
fun
it
to watch.
it still needs
Still,
work, definitely.
it definitely needs work. Yeah. Like I think at like fine if you can't get away with ads like all the adverts, I would greatly appreciate that all the nominees and the awards are in the main stage. Like I don't think there's any reason to like gimp the awards. Like there's not
Mm,
enough time.
I agree. I agree.
It's since it's so young. Because come on, man, put the strategy people in the front stage. They want something. Like strategy people
Let
hardly get.
Civilization 6, yeah. Don't let them just be a side note to your bullshit.
Yeah, and then Street Fighter wins. Put put them on the main stage. Whoever made Street Fighter wants to like accept the award and all that. And then like hopefully next year we don't have best
Hydro Man.
from well Hydra Man might be there, but maybe in the
Hey,
background. But
let Hydroman stay. Hydrobot. Let Hydrobot stay.
Hydrobot. They've been saying Hydro Man, but it's actually Hydrobot.
I do bot. You're right.
But
You're
we
right.
like to rebel. But yeah, that's the Game
Uh,
Awards 2016. A work. I would like to consider it as a work in progress kind of deal. But
It's always been a work in progress
yeah, since it's I think
since the
well I think
since
that
back
what
when it was
last
called the Video Game
last
Awards.
like what last episode we said like I think they're changing the letters in the awards like VGA, VGX, now Game Awards.
it's TGA. Yeah. Now it's the Game Awards.
Yeah, they keep just
It
changing it.
used to be VGA, then it became
Baka,
VGX.
baka next year
Now
it's,
it's
gonna be,
TGA.
it's just going to be called the Game 2000
No, it's gonna be TGX next year.
VGX.
Oh
That-
God.
That's the Game
TGX, the
Awards.
game experience.
The nominations and awards are the winners. Just go to the site, check it out. It's all there. You'll see that Overwatch mostly won everything. um,
No, it didn't, naman. It just won
but anyway,
not as much as we expected.
yeah. Moving on. Let's go to PlayStation Experience because that happened and a lot
It did.
was mentioned.
That was much more exciting for me.
That was
And
fun.
yeah, we didn't really expect to watch it because me and Will were doing our placement matches right before that.
What was I doing? I was playing. Like, what was it? Was it a Sunday or a Saturday? I think I was playing.
Sunday night, yeah. And then
I was
like
playing
after
Final Fantasy 15, and then there's like
after
how like
three
yeah.
intense placement matches, I like got word from Chad from Ray Maru, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite announced, and then we just left the game.
Then we all left. Yeah.
Yeah,
to
I was really
watch,
watching. Yeah, I was really watching. But let's do a quick rundown. We're not gonna go from one list after the other. I'm just gonna
just
quickly
the hype
mention
stuff,
all the games.
which
Yeah,
there were a lot.
I'll
So
just do a quick rundown of the things that were announced, like really fast. We're not gonna do each and every one. But for PlayStation Experience, announced Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Which
Then
DLC, right? That's not
yeah,
a full release. Okay.
standalone.
The
It's a standalone
like
DLC.
the poster art for that with Chloe and who's the other girl?
Nadine, the black girl from Uncharted 4.
It looks like a grown-up version of the Last of Us DLC, Left Behind, with
Quick
Ellie
note,
and
they
what's her
announced
name?
they did confirm that the length of this standalone is somewhat longer than.
No,
Um,
I'm saying that the art because it's too, like
no, I know, but they said that no, they're saying that the basis would be the Last of Us DLC because that's also their basis as well, making the game.
so it's gonna have some feels, not just the shoot things.
No, in terms of length, in terms of structure, on how they did it. Because the DLC is also standalone. You can just, I think you can
So
just
you
play
can
it.
run it without the game
From what
proper.
I understand, I think yeah, from what I understand. No, but I'll just do a quick rundown. Uncharted Lost Legacy, then Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 now is on the PS4, Wipeout Omega Collection announced. Destiny: The Dawning, the content for Destiny for Christmas. Crash Insane Trilogy, which is a remaster of Crash Bandicoot on the PS4. Resident Evil 7 demo was thrown, as well as Ace Combat 7. Akuma was officially shown at the PSX for Street Fighter
Super
5.
Saiyan 3 Akuma.
With his Thundercat's beard.
Fucking hair, I don't understand that.
And he still has his top knot. Did you see?
No,
Despite all that hair. It's
weird.
insane.
The Last Guardian got a trailer for the PSX. That's out now, by the way, The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
So, Loco Roco, Patapon, and Papa the Rappa is going to get some kind of an HD remaster for the
PS4 ports, yes.
Papa the Rappa has a demo already available, and I think the PSN US. Do check it out. I don't know. Let us know why there's a demo for Papa the Rappa. It's really old of a game. Knack 2 was announced. We don't know who said that they wanted that. Gravity Rush 2's free DLC Raven will be playable. They announced that as well. GT Sports gets another trailer. That's apparently a thing for next year. Nino Kuni 2, Revenant King. Miggy, you're right. That does exist.
Oh, yeah.
I was wondering if that really was a thing. Yakuza 6 and Yakuza Kiwami. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
Westernized. That's what's happening with those two
Yes,
games.
that's some good news.
Yeah. I need help with this next one. Danganronpers.
Danganronpa.
There you
3,
go.
right? Number 3.
Yes.
P3, PS4, and the
P3.
PS Vita. The Vita, we know that there's a device. That's a device, I think. The PS Vita. That's some kind of mobile device. Near Automata trailer.
Yes.
Looks really good.
I'm excited for that. It looks much better now.
Yes, Origins hitting the PS4 and the PS Vita.
I'm surprised that there's a Yes game coming out.
It's not even a new. It's not a new Yes game either.
Based
It's
on Will, Will said it's not even a new game. It's just now placed on the Sony platform.
Yeah, it's the same reaction from Nat where we were like, "Who asked for this?" But then like, I'm okay with that. I didn't ask for it, but I'm okay. And like Knack 2, where like, I swear for the first half of that Knack 2 trailer, I'm like, is this a DLC expansion? Because it looks exactly the same.
Yep.
It's the same stage assets, the same character model, and there's 2 of them now. One of them is blue. It's like, oh god.
Dreadnought, the space game, going to PS4. There's a little bit of a trailer there, so that's happening as well. Pyre by Super Giant Games had a trailer. That's also coming out. The makers of Bastion, right? And Transistor. Pain was announced. Absolver Online Melee Action was announced. Next Machina. Let It Die. What I was talking about at the start of the cast. That's when they announced. That's when they showed the trailer and announced that hey, it's already out. Download it. Blah blah blah.
And it's free.
Tomb Raider Go is a thing. They also showed
Tomb Raider Goes, it's coming to PS4, which
Yeah.
was formerly a mobile game.
Here's another game that we all wanted. Windjammers. Was kidding about
dude. Fucking Windjammers. That was so unexpected.
weirdly
That was-
unexpected.
Out of nowhere.
So weird.
I was the only one screaming for joy.
Those are actually a really cool. They had some VR games as well, but there's one that kind of pointed out, that kind of like stood out, which is Star Blood Arena, space multiplayer VR game. Pretty cool stuff.
You're in ships, and it's esportsy, I guess. Trying to shoot
Nice.
other players.
It looks like it works with VR. It's actually pretty interesting. Anyway, Star Blood Arena for PlayStation VR. Neo gets an appearance. We definitely will get
It's
the
a trailer. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
The
Looks
show
super cool.
2017. That's
MLB
baseball
the
for
show.
you.
Yeah, baseballs.
Horizon Zero Dawn, probably one of the hype games for 2007 from Guerrilla Games. That was also shown a trailer. And to end the PlayStation experience, we get confirmation that we will have The Last of Us Part 2. And we actually got a
Yeah, that was a big one. That was the biggest one.
Eddie. And there you go. That's pretty much the lineup of the PlayStation experience. I'm not so sure if I got the whole thing, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Now, reverting back, what are the big things that pretty much just shocked the world, or us, or rather the PlayStation community? For one, at the start, going back, I did not know, because how they started the PlayStation experience, they just started. I don't think you guys were watching yet. If you said that they announced Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, but they started off the show with a hooded Chloe, and she was like going through like I think India or and all that, and when I was watching, I couldn't figure out what character this was. I couldn't say Lara Croft. I couldn't say anything, but it was so hard to figure it out. I thought it was a new game, but it became Uncharted, apparently a standalone, and Marvel vs. Capcom.
It's not a standalone though, right? It's DLC.
It's a standalone
Standalone
DLC.
DLC.
All right. Well,
So technically, I don't know why they call it, but I would like to think it's a new game. It's just,
Yeah, sure, it's standalone. You can play it without Uncharted 4.
yeah. I don't even know if it's connected to be honest. Like, is it before?
It probably happens during or before.
No,
Four.
Nadine looks different. Looks like she looks young, because that's the black chick in 4.
Eh.
So I don't know.
Oh, the bad lady, is that the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Nice.
So like
Yeah, Chloe's back. She's hot.
Chloe. I would actually, you know what? I would when I saw Chloe. I didn't know when Chloe revealed herself and everybody went wild. I was hoping that I hope this is not DLC or a standalone DLC. I was hoping that this would be actually, hey, it's not anymore Nathan Drake.
Uncharted 5 with Chloe.
No, yeah. Like Chloe with Cutter as a fucking sidekick. I don't mind that. Why
Ooh,
not?
dude, with Cutter. Cutter's awesome.
Yeah, Cutter's awesome. Charlie Cutter. That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. Why not? And
Jason
Nadine.
Statham looking, man.
Yeah, like
He's afraid of small spaces.
Well, based on how Uncharted 4 ended, I think Nathan Drake and everybody involved, they're done.
Oh, yeah, Drake's story is over.
It's over. But
No
I
reason
wouldn't
for that.
mind.
as long as it still makes money, it won't be over yet. I'm sure. We'll
Yeah,
still
I mean,
see.
his daughter seems really cool.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Just letting you know, it's really fine already. But
Super
That world-
final.
that world, though.
It's like Naruto. It's still going.
Eh,
Well,
not
if you
in my
wanna-
heart.
Not in my- I can't believe you put a reference to. Anyway. But yeah, let's also talk about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, because that was also announced.
That game looks super exciting, and it
That
looks
game looks
the same.
okay. Yeah, it looks the same. It looks. I wasn't. I'm excited for a new MVC game, but
I was. It's been a
okay.
while. I'm glad it's real. I don't like
Yeah,
how
the
I don't
fact
like how
that it
Polygon is
exists
correct,
It's like great.
but I'm
Yeah.
glad it's real.
yeah, actually, the rumors about the PlayStation experience of what they're gonna announce was spot on, because the rumors were Uncharted DLC, MVC, and a new character for Street Fighter 5. Those are the big rumors that were like circulating, and at the same time saying that the things that were super hyped for PSX and E3 last year will not make an appearance, and that's true. It did not. None of them made an appearance. We had no Shenmue 3, we had no Final Fantasy 7 remake, and all that
Oh.
jazz. None of that. So everything that was rumor was actually pretty true. We did get an Uncharted DLC. We did get Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is apparently, we was right, to be 2v2, which is not a bad thing, but
It's going back to its old style because
Pretty
most
much.
of the versus games are actually 2v2.
yeah,
Right.
It's
Marvel-
just MVC 2 and 3 that are 3v3.
they just
But
took
I
it-
think you're also
Why not?
losing assists also, so that's kind of a big change.
Yeah,
Uh,
they took it out because they did say that they're trying to welcome in new players, because having the assist system and having 2 assists was kind of overwhelming for most people.
right. Right.
it's chaotic.
So
It's
eliminating
super
that,
chaotic.
simplifying it, and
How do
that's
you-
fine because
How do you think they're going to handle the gem system? Like, do you think it's going to be like the old
It's-
Marvel
it's
superheroes
X
game?
Factor. It's,
Oh, it's
no, you
basically
choose.
X Factor.
You choose a gem before you fight.
You pick a gem, right?
Yeah,
All right.
pick a gem. So you burn it, then whatever stat it gives you, just kill the other guy with it before it runs out.
we
I
get a glimpse of
I
the
hope they
power.
balance it right. I hope they balance it right.
Yeah.
Because, like,
I hope not, because how many stones are there? I hope that most of them are good, because you might end up with like only these 2 are viable for fighting game community esports.
yeah, because that's the biggest problem with MVC is
That-
if we don't
I have
balance
a
it
feeling
right.
that's going to happen, though, now that you mention it. Like they're gonna.
Yeah, but as long as it's fun, then that's gonna be okay because we're gonna use them all
I
anyway.
hope they do fix it because I want to see MVC in a very competitive level as well. The only way I see this working is if they make the stone selection be more of a rock paper scissors mechanic where power would
That could be it also, but it could also just be like a smaller comeback mechanic because X Factor was kind of broken at times. And also,
yeah.
the reason why they went 2v2 now was in MVC 3, it came to a point where each character would have roles, and not just because you like the character anymore, right? Like
Right,
you would
like-
pick a character you hated because of his assist. And then,
yeah.
once he comes out, he's basically just, there to die or. So they're trying to eliminate that by having, like, you pick two of the very important characters that you want to use, right?
Mhm.
Not for their assist, but as for their character and their moveset.
Right.
So that's why
right.
they're going back
right.
to 2v2.
Mhm.
That's okay.
Now,
Mega Man X is in it. Fucking finally.
But
Jesus.
the big question is, will the X-Men be in it?
Oh, yeah.
No.
That's the big question.
No, they could not be, but if anyone's going to make it out, it's going to be Wolverine.
Yeah, it's definitely Wolverine.
Because I think the video game license is different with how they use the X-Men. But yeah,
Is it?
if anyone's
No.
gonna get in there from the X-Men, it's gonna be Wolverine.
It really actually depends because Fox owns X-Men and Fantastic Four, and then Sony has Spider-Man, and that's the reason why Spider-Man's now in the Marvel
But-
Cinematic Universe because they made a deal with Sony.
But
to make
wait,
it
hang
work.
on. Fox doesn't own the video game rights to the X-Men.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The video game rules are a bit different, but given how strong Marvel is pushing that video game side, though, they might, out of spite, remove the the mutants.
You know what? I'd be happy if they
Actually-
just Wolverine and
Just Wolverine, yes.
What's the Capcom
Doom,
license
Wolverine,
agreement,
and
though?
that's
Yeah,
fine.
Doom is Marvel. It's fine, right?
No, but
What's
Doom
the li-
falls under the Fantastic Four movie license.
He was
also.
in the last game, and Super Skrull was there.
No, I mean,
no.
what's the license or the ruling? Because there's a reason why Marvel was able to have the ability to remove UMVC out of stores.
Oh, because they reworked their contracts. That's why they all got pulled out.
Yeah, depends on how the new contract is. Because right now they have some kind of agreement again, obviously. since
Well,
they
yeah.
can choose.
I'm
it
sure the
depends on
fans
how
will
the new
cry for
agreement is.
Wolverine, and if anyone's gonna make it into it, it's gonna be Wolverine.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Like
sure.
Magnus has been absent in a few
But
games.
Squirrel Girl, and we're good.
Oh, dude, Squirrel
I'm-
Girl
I-
was so good.
I'm
Yeah.
predicting. Well, Spider-Man is definitely going to make his way there. He'll probably have the same moveset.
I want
sure,
to have
with a new
like
costume.
all. I want to have all the like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, Black Panther,
Dude,
all
Black
those
Panther would be
characters that have in the Marvel Cinematic Universe their costume. I
I'm
want
pretty
their
sure you're
costume.
going to get the whole Avengers Guardians crew.
Captain
for the
America
most-
is rocking his ultimate costume,
Yeah,
and Morrigan is
which is
Morrigan.
the same.
Well, she's the
other-
most detailed Morrigan we've ever seen.
I'm wondering what other Capcom characters will get in though.
But
Probably.
I'm so glad that the first thing you see with the cinematic trailer is X's boot,
Yeah,
because like you knew already. Like he's the only Mega Man who hasn't been in a fighting game.
And he's been
regular
really
Mega
heavily
Man-
requested also.
Regular Mega Man, yeah. Regular Mega Man has been in Smash Brothers.
yeah.
The Mega Man
And
X
the
has been
regular
in
Mega
that
Man was in the first
MVC one,
versus games
MVC
also.
1 and 2. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
also there. Rockman XA was in that Onimusha Smash Brothers clone on PS2.
Right.
Mega Man Volnut from Mega Man Legends was in 2 Tatsunoko vs. Capcom games.
Mhm.
And Zero has been in many video games. He's been in EVC. He was in
MVC3.
I like the
He was
fact
also
that they had
in
Zero for 3. So.
SNK versus Capcom, the Mega Man Zero version.
Right.
So it's just X who's been missing.
All this time,
I hope
And-
he's good. Jeez.
he won't be good.
He won't be, but I hope he is.
He won't be good.
Zero was top
Um,
tier.
Zero. So I love Zero. It's actually my
Oh my
character
God.
in Marvel's Capcom 3. But yeah, Marvel's Capcom Infinite is happening. What other surprise visits
Well,
did we get?
last
out
bit
of the
about MVC3, MVC
What
Infinite.
about-
When we say it looks the same, it's the exact same animations.
Doesn't
Like
it?
Yeah.
supers,
Iron Man
combos, normals, Captain
is still
America's that
proton
double
cannon.
kick that he does. Fuck,
Yeah.
it's exactly the same.
Even
Which is not
Ryu
a bad
and
thing.
Morgan.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. But hey, Miss Marvel looks super cool.
Yes,
Captain
Captain
Marvel,
Marvel
yeah.
looks pretty cool.
They have to like save some money somehow, right? I mean, MVC3 did have some nice animations.
They did have a lot of interesting, and I think, I don't know. Well, maybe we'll talk about it in a later podcast, but I think UMVC 3 would have. I think it had I think it had legs, but it just was canceled early, based on the
No,
agreements.
it was weird because Marvel versus Capcom 3 and Ultimate Marvel versus Capcom 3 came out within a 6-month window of difference.
Because Capcom is very interesting that way.
Weird. But hey, good news. Ultimate Marvel 3 is on PS4 right now.
Yeah,
it's
and
on
it plays
PS4.
really
I'm
well.
curious.
Yeah,
Really,
apparently it
I'm,
does really
I'm
well.
waiting for the Digital Foundry analysis of it because
Will they do that for you, MVC3?
probably because remember they did it for Street Fighter 4 when it came to PS4 also.
Oh, I
right?
didn't know about that. But that was a trainer release.
It was a training
Yeah,
release,
exactly.
but if you play the updated one now in Street Fighter 4 on
It's supposed to be
PS4,
fine now. Yeah.
yeah, it's fine, but it's like there's no load screen, there's no loading.
Oh
It's just
wow! You
bam,
just jump
game.
into it.
Yeah, bam, game, bam, game, bam, game. I'm like,
That's good.
and then we were just laughing, like, what? It's like, and I think I was playing with Dr. Jimmy in Playbook, and I'm like saying, it's like that promise in the PS3 when they say there's no loading. Parang it's like
But there
true
is.
right now with Street Fighter 4 and on the PS4.
And 5 has like a fair amount of loading still, so that's good to hear. At
Yeah.
least 4 is running fine now.
With those, but yeah, there you go. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Infinite. Sorry, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. There's no more numbers. It's just fine, Infinite. Another big surprise. I want to talk about this. Maybe you guys would like to join in. Who the fuck said let's go with Naktu?
No one. I was literally screaming here. Who asked for this?
Yeah,
Who?
The guys who made the first snack. I guess
Even I know someone who's a knack apologist because he's one of those day one PS4 guys.
Oh
And
god.
even he was like, nobody asked
Why?
for this. Like, why? It's the same assets. Nothing's changed.
yeah, it's the same assets as well. My nephews or my children in general will like this game. Maybe, maybe not, but there's a big chance they will.
It's so boring.
But grown-ass men and women?
No, I don't think kids would like it. It's soulless. That's what that is.
Soulless is a good.
Just
Maybe
give the kids that new
Well-
Crash Bandicoot remake
Maybe now Knack 2 will
That's what
have
people
more.
need.
because there's 2 players now in Act 2.
Yeah, co-op to show. Because
No,
it's
literally
sequel,
when the second player showed up, I was like, "Oh
of
God,
course.
there's 2 of them now."
Oh, so this is the big thing. 2
No, you know-
players.
It was actually pretty funny because when I was seeing the NAC gameplay footage, and I was like thinking, wait, this can't be a sequel. This has to be like a remaster.
It has to be like some DLC. It looks like DLC.
Remastered Knack.
The remastered that came out on the PS4.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, no one will notice. Just put an HD there, then just sell it again.
Oh, the crowd was so silent during that.
It was actually, but yeah, NAC 2 is showing up. What other surprises do we have? I think you guys will like this. Like, take this away. I think you guys will like this one. Yakuza 6.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah,
we were-
I'm so
well,
happy that's getting localized.
I was super happy to know that was coming out because like
That
it
demo was
it's
so
funny
good,
too,
man.
'cause when we were playing the demo, I was telling Bingy, yeah, like Kiwami never came out in the West. We don't know if 6 is coming.
Exactly.
Kiwami is a remake of Yakuza 1, which was a
One
PS2
for-
game.
Actually, I want to
It's
play that then. Okay.
It's not a remaster; it's a complete remake.
It's a remake,
So,
full remake with the new engine.
yeah,
Oh, I want to play that then. Yeah,
So-
I do want to play that then.
it's actually a great place to start off now.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Which means the only thing that's missing is a Yakuza 2 remake, but hopefully
Mm.
that will eventually come as well.
Right.
But yeah, I was super happy about that. Not much to say. I mean,
Well, I would like.
the Yakuza has been one of those games that
game and understand it
yeah,
in
exactly.
English. That's
That-
basically.
that-
He has a
that's-
baby in that one, and Haruka's in the hospital. Oh, the feels.
oh, there's a
That's just the
baby.
feel.
I don't know
word,
what you
man.
guys are talking
That was
about.
the first thing we saw. Like the first part of the game is like he's in a bar and then he beats up someone. Right? I don't know why that guy he beat up that guy.
That guy was being an asshole, so he beats him up, right?
So
And then
he
like,
goes back in the
fucking,
bar. And
I'm
then
out of time. Can we get this over with? So you kick his ass. And then he goes back to
you
the
go back.
bar and brings out this spoonful of white powder. And I
You
asked
think
Will,
it's
like,
cocaine
Will,
or
what's
something?
that? And Will's like, yeah, that's cocaine, man. And like, but Kazuma doesn't do drugs. And then he starts shaking the bottle and like, oh God, it's baby formula. Because we forgot. We forgot there was a baby in this game.
We don't know why there's a baby in this game. We're gonna
We
find
don't know
out.
whose baby it is.
No, we'll never understand why there are babies in specific games. Like Kojima's just throwing up a trend now, apparently in
It's
Japan.
well, at least with I don't know Yakuza 6, it's that movie trope where how do we make this movie interesting in the sequel?
You
Let's
throw
add
a
a baby
baby.
to the mix.
It's always a curveball when you throw a baby in the fucking.
Yeah, it
Like, what
screws
do we
everything
do?
over.
Oh, it
I
screws
guess
everything over.
what surprised me also was Let It Die, because that really came out of nowhere. Let It Die.
did.
Yeah, then it was out that very moment too.
It's
For
out
free.
now, and no, yeah, for free. And I got was when I saw it, I'm like, wow, that's for free because that looks really cool. Because like Uncle Death looked really appealing and hilarious, and then
Yeah, that was probably one of the best Grasshopper trailers ever because the rest
yeah,
are
it
so
was
kind of
really
weird.
cool. And then I talked about it earlier in the cast. I'm loving it. It's actually a really good game
I'm
as well.
glad
Like, I'm
to
a big
hear
fan.
that it's actually good.
Yeah,
Because
it's
I
actually
like
pretty fun.
Grasshopper for the weird stuff, and I tolerate there's sometimes bad gameplay.
Just because
At
it's
least-
Suda.
Yeah, just because it's Suda. Because the world is fun, and the gameplay
Yeah.
is all right for the most part.
Yeah,
But glad to hear that this one is actually good.
this one feels really
That's
good. Like
reassuring.
I'm not even joking. Like but this is based on like the start of the game because I'm like the biggest question mark right now is like all the other stuff that I haven't explored in Let It Die, and as well as like the high end part. Like because at most like I was able to make my guy go to level 11. So I don't know how the game would feel like once you have like a level 25 roaming around or level 30.
It's gonna
And
kick
then
your ass super hard.
Yeah, that too.
That's fun.
And then something I also didn't mention when I was talking about it during the impressions was there's crafting in this game, and the crafting does not. Oh, it's done. The crafting everything is done. One, you have to get the blueprints for it first, and then two, materials, and then three, you have to wait for it to finish.
Oh, that's
crafting.
where the free to play part comes in. It
that's
uses
another
real
thing.
world time.
Yes,
All right,
yes. So I just want to
that's
put that out.
fine. That gives
No,
you
it's
an
fine.
incentive to revisit every other
I'm
day.
just waiting. Yeah, I know I have something being built there, so I'm kind of curious if when I get it, is it going to be a full durability weapon? Because so far everything that I pick up in the game, it's either half or 20% of them or.
I'm assuming it's gonna be the best it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be like some funky toilet seat though, or whatever.
I hope so, because if it's maxed out durability, I'm just gonna keep it in the
I
chest.
bet like the high level weapons are gonna be the ones from previous Grasshopper games. Like
That'd be
that lightsaber that Travis Touchdown has that he bought off the internet, right?
That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, Let It Die was a big surprise, and I'm digging it. I even saw the post of like Migs from Noobs and Cubes saying he's like, "Why is this good?"
Yeah, he's been pestering me for like the past few hours. I'm like, dude, why is this game so good? I don't know. I haven't played it yet.
Leave me alone.
I'm editing this other shitty video we did. Just let me finish.
What else did show up? You want to do for the big?
Well, another one that surprised me was fucking Parappa HD. I didn't expect that to come out also.
That's fine because like
Parappa's cool,
Parappa
but
1 is really good. So an HD.
No, I guess it
What
is,
surprised me was they paired it up with Patapon and Loco Roco.
And Loco Roco, yeah.
Yeah, like that was a bigger surprise to me.
You know what my big theory on that one is? They have so much space on the disc, if ever.
Yeah, and I bet they still do.
So might as well.
They could probably fit Parappa 2 and
I
Loco.
wish it was just
Patapon
why
2.
just Parappa? They could put Jam or Lammy back in there too. I would have liked that.
I think they can add 5 more games if it's a disc based.
I bet they can add the entire PS1 library.
Probably like with a Blu-ray disc. I think it's possible.
Man.
Like
you know what sucks?
Parappa on a Blu-ray disc. I'm like, well, like
With how short that game is, it might have the versus mode that the PSP version got. You know, that was new.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It had an extra level.
I wasn't even there anymore when they had that kind of
It's
version.
weird, man. But like, you know what sucks about the Parappa the Rapper port or remaster.
Okay.
Because
Is
the
that-
voice actors.
Yeah, the voice
Buddy.
actor for Parappa, Dread Fox, is probably gonna get some royalties from this. And that
And
guy
we
is
don't
not
like
a
Dread
good
Fox because
guy.
he's a dick.
He's an asshole.
I remember that little bit of a
So
story about
mean.
that as well. Yeah. Oh no, you're right.
Oh no, he doesn't even sound the same anymore.
He'll bring that up again. Oh no. Baka he's already been paid. Baka's paid already because they're doing the HD.
I'm sure he's already been paid, dude.
Yeah,
That
he's
guy
doing
won't
the
let that
HD.
shit
Shut up.
pass.
But yeah, that was a big surprise as well. Looking at my list,
And there's a
Uh,
demo of the first stage with the Onion Man out now.
it's like a 25 MB download yata or something.
Probably even less.
What else? Let's go for the big one right now. I'll go straight to the big one. How they ended the PSX? The Last of Us 2, Part 2 at least. I don't know if you guys have played it. I played it numerous times, The Last of Us,
I played it.
and
Yeah, of
it's
course
pretty
I
much-
played it.
I
I
don't know.
played
I don't.
both the PS4 and the PS3 version.
I don't know your completed list of games. I don't really know.
We talked about them on the show before.
We've talked about a lot of things on the show because
Yeah,
we do
we
this
did,
every
we did.
freaking week. But yeah, The Last of Us. Okay, fine. You guys have played it. It's also the reason
That's
why I actually
exciting.
bought a PS4. It's really exciting though. Last of Us Part 2. But a part of me though, for what the story was, for
Yeah, you
I
were
really liked the
bummed
story.
too that it's still Ellie and Joel, right?
Yeah, I
That was
wanted
the
it to
thing.
just-
I wanted
I
that
wanted-
story to be over.
yeah, that's the thing. I wanted them to just be done. Like I'm not sure if I want to be selfish.
Just let it be vague, right?
Yeah, it's just because that was how was spoiler alert. Oh, not spoiler, alert, but pretty much how they ended it was so open ended. You don't know what
Well,
happened. You don't know
We
how
can't really
good they are.
say spoiler alert now because if you see the trailer alone, that's already a spoiler of how the first game ends.
Well, not really, because like,
Yeah, but you know they're alive.
well, yeah, that's one
Diba?
thing you already know. Like they both survived the first game for sure. Boom, but we don't really know because there's still those kinds of theories of
Actually, yeah, we'll put out a good theory. Now, what if Joel is just a figment of her
Their
imagination?
imagination.
yeah, because it could be like Ellie walking to that house, killing everybody, and picking up a guitar and just thinking of what Joel would
I
say.
actually think what happened was people broke into their place and killed all her like survivor friends in a big shootout,
Probably.
and that's why she's all like, "Revenge."
Yeah, and then like her head's like all hazy and like she's
Dripping
she's really
blood.
out of it.
And
And
she's
then
playing guitar.
Ghost Joel shows up. This is all being theoretical already.
But it's just a theory.
A game theory, and he was at the PSX. Oh wait, no, he was at the Game Awards. Man, wrong show.
Wrong show. But speaking of the reveal though, yes, I did want to like have a because the world in itself of The Last of Us is pretty interesting.
No, which is why I like how they titled it as Part 2. Because if there's a Last of Us 2, then that would be the character swap already.
That could be the character swap as
Yeah.
well. This one, like, when I say part 2, it's pretty much
Part 2 of the first game.
yeah, it's a continuation pretty much of Ellie and Joel. From what I understand, though, they're even they're kind of the Naughty Dog's more open of talking about now the sequel to The Last of Us, and they've been saying that Ellie now is the forefront. She's gonna be in front.
Oh yeah, like how Clementine is
saying
the main hero of Telltale's
Yeah.
Walking Dead games.
So we don't know how big of a role Joel is. I still would like to believe he's Ghost Joel walking around, being a little bit of a mentor kind of deal. We don't know, but she's gonna be definitely the forefront, and I think it's revenge. No, not revenge. Sorry, vengeance will be a factor here in terms of her story. And yeah, Last of Us 2. And what's funny is when they announced like, bear with us guys, this is just a very, very early build of a project they've been working on.
Oh yeah, with
It's
budget Kevin Smith on stage.
Yeah, and then
Holding
like,
a
they're
Vita.
saying,
Did you
no,
see?
no, it's not him. It's the actual like the president of.
Oh yeah, but before that was budget. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Like you're saying, it's very early stages, like but they're really excited. They wanted to bring something for PSX, so here it is. And then you see the trailer of The Last of Us Part 2, and like, that's early stages. That looks fucking amazing.
Well,
If that was gameplay,
It's
then that
just
would
CG. I don't
sick.
think that's gameplay at all.
That's gameplay. That's in game. That's using a PS4. They said that.
Yeah, because they don't have CG in Naughty Dog games.
But
It's all
that
gameplay.
looks like that's Uncharted 4 graphics on the Last of Us on the Last of Us game. That's
Yeah,
why.
them pools of blood looked super convincing as
Mhm.
Ghost Joel walked over them.
That's in game for
Host
sure.
show.
I don't know long if it's a PS Pro or a PS4. That's the only
It's
thing.
probably a pro, man. Come on.
Yeah, but
They're gonna
that's
shoot everything
definitely
on
in
the pro
game.
now.
That's definitely in game. Like
It was
that's
nice.
wild.
Looked really nice.
Very
And
nice.
yeah, that was a big reveal.
Yeah, and then Cloud show up. Final Fantasy 7.
You wish, man.
I really wished, actually. I really wished. I wanted
Then he
to.
has like he has his own food porn to show.
Because
Oh
I remember
God.
when we were talking about the PSX last time, and then even the E3 of last year, um, we were saying that they had so many like whammos, like Shenmue 3, Final Fantasy 7 remake, all of that. And then I think we were all in agreement that they were all fluff. We were not going to see it ever again because they had nothing to show last year and everything, but they had to like have some kind of like impact in these big shows. And the ones that they did, like Final Fantasy 7 remake, blah blah blah, they did make an impact. They did make a big, a big, what's the word, standing or a stand for that year. And now this year they're gone. They're just there on the side. We don't know what the production is with those kinds of games, but now they're like filled with titles and announcements and stuff. And it was all about the games because all their hardware was already out. PS4 Pro is out, the Slim is out, the PSV
Yeah, and no
R is
no
out.
ads.
There's no reason to talk about anything
No
hardware.
ads. Budget Kevin Smith.
Oh, did we lose Carlos?
I-
Oh.
I think
And
we.
I didn't talk because my headphones disappeared, so
Okay.
I had to fix it.
TMG Live, boy.
I know, because like I get my headset got disconnected, and I think I have to now edit speakerphone Miggy because it showed up. But yeah, that's the cue of like ending the PSX.
Yeah, we're already pushing the 2-hour limit.
Oh, we are. I didn't even notice.
Yep. That's a lot of stuff that happened. A lot of
We
games.
covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we covered a lot.
Man, Sony wins again.
Sony wins
They won E3?
2016.
And then they win again. That's dirty, man. End of the year. There's no chance.
Man, Microsoft. You know what? We'll talk about maybe
Microsoft
later
got
in the
nothing.
cast. Microsoft needs to have their own thing, in like their own corner, like because Nintendo has their own like they have their own tree.
I don't think they have
There's
enough
every house
going
of
on.
trust.
Yeah. And then Sony has their experience, and then their own thing.
Well, Microsoft is trying to
can
make
have
that
them.
other Xbox One happen.
Microsoft can have their own thing, and believe it or not,
It's
For the
all
form-
Gears of War.
for 4 months straight,
Call of
Xbox
Duty
One
dog.
is beating. No, Xbox One is actually beating the PS4 in sales in the US. So they're not.
Well, not anymore
No, they still are.
because fucking
Sorry.
PSX just blew everyone's pants off.
Well, not anymore. It's true. We'll see because I'm sure the pros are flying off the shelves.
There are already memes about that, about how the Xbox One sales are beating PS4, and then the
Mhm.
next image is a bunch of shit they announced at PSX.
No, there's actually a one where like again, oh my God, Xbox is beating PS4 and all that, and then they throw a photo of Ellie from Last of
yeah.
Us, and there's like a caption, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, that one. That's been going around.
Because Last of Us is actually a pretty big whammy. Like PS4 like Pro will be flying off when you see the sequel of Last of Us running there. So that's a big deal. That's a very big deal. But I think that's it. Thanks, guys. That's episode 1. What is this? This is episode
153.
153.
I'm forgetting already. We do this.
TMG
every-
Live.
TMG Live. But yeah, thanks for guys for listening. That's 153. We have an episode every week. You can find it on our website, www.toomuchgaming.net, as well as Podomatic and iTunes. So do subscribe on those because we have one up every week. Again, like I said.
Yeah, and
Any
if you're
questions, recommendations?
if you're wondering why the shows have been later than usual, it's because we're experimenting with stuff.
Yes, we're going from like either trying to have a Thursday release or a Wednesday release or a Tuesday release, but it's still true when we say that we'll have
Once
an
a
episode.
week, except for that one time.
Because we get a little bit irritated every now and then because we usually release it on Tuesday, but then
All
or
the
we
news
record
gets
it on the
announced
weekend.
immediately
All the guests
after.
gets announced
Show
right
up.
after we finish recording.
We've had numerous times where we were recording the episode that was released on Tuesday, and then right when we're done recording, we just like, oh hey, it's N7 Day. Here's the new thing for Mass Effect Andromeda. Blah, blah. Anyway, we're just experimenting, but we will definitely have an episode still every week, so look out for that. Or subscribe so you'll literally know instead of knowing. You'll find out once we've actually finally released one episode. And again, if you have any clarifications, questions, or topics you'd like us to discuss in the future, contact us at contact@toomuchgaming.net. Social media, Too Much Gaming, Facebook, Twitter. YouTube channel, TMG Blog. Don't ask us why it's called TMG Blog, but
Long
it is.
story. Listen
Long
to the
story.
older episodes to find out.
Mhm.
Or listen to like Emil's show. We talk
But
about
we have, what can we mention in our channel? Because we have a lot of videos. What do you want to mention?
everything is in the editing pool. I bought a new leather Zelda pouch for my 3DS, and that's pretty cool. That's getting a video
Oh, that's getting like
tomorrow. Everything else in the back burner. Steep Part 2 is getting worked
we
on.
did some Steep beta as well.
I recorded
Paladins.
our placement matches, Will, with Cine Critical Index.
Oh, nice.
So I know can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. That's gonna be a thing, I guess.
But there you go.
Yep.
What else?
We're gonna stream some more because I need to catch up on some FF15.
Oh yes, I think we're all playing except Will. I think Will's.
I am not playing it. I'm being the odd one out.
It's all right, man. It's all right. Last Guardian's coming out. It's out.
I wanted to be the odd one out, but I just took a left.
You want it to be like, oh, I'm not one of you guys who like FF15. I'm a cool dude.
You know what my reasoning was? Like, my Final Fantasy 15 purchase was not a day one purchase. It was a day 3 purchase with one. Yeah, I think.
I had an unexpected purchase because you know how the copy I used last week was
I don't think you
a
even
friend's
purchased
copy.
it, did you?
Let me finish, man.
All right.
I'm gonna get to it. So the copy I had last week, or whenever the fuck it came out, last week.
Yeah.
That was my friend's copy.
Right.
But he couldn't play it because his PS4 Pro hasn't arrived yet. Like the store didn't have them yet, but he already put his pre-order down.
Yeah.
So when he got word from the store that it was coming Saturday night, and I was at Will's place doing the Gal Guns and then the Yakuzas and all that, and I couldn't drop the game back to him.
Right.
And we were supposed to do an unboxing of his PS4 Pro, but that didn't work out because things happened.
Yeah.
So what happened was, he just told me, "Yo, man, I bought another copy of FF15. Merry Christmas, bro." Like, oh, I has free video game.
Couldn't wait to get.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I mean, he has the pouch because he pre-ordered the copy that's with me. But he bought the game twice, you know.
He spent $6,000. That's pretty cool.
$6,000
pesos. Sorry.
No regrets because he loves the fuck out of that game. In 4K. He bought a new TV as well.
Merry Christmas to him, apparently. Like, wow.
Which,
by the way,
is burning right now.
It's actually weird we're talking about Final 15 during the plug, but I'm thinking about buying a new TV because I'm cut. Like, it's not in full HD. My TV is just completely shit.
Yeah, you're saying it's some weird overscan issue. Like you can't see the corners of the screen.
I am playing the game on handicap. I do not know if I have MP left on Noctis. Like, that's how bad it is.
That's
like,
your main form of dodging too.
Yeah, I know, but it's I like a challenge. But yeah, that's also an issue because anyway. But that's pretty cool. You have a Final Fantasy 15. Yay!
I do, and I haven't played it yet, except for that one time.
That one time when you had to
fucking
record.
Overwatch.
Overwatch. What else? For plugins? Do check out our website again, www.toomuchgaming.net, because
Yeah,
now
our
we
website
have
is getting
We have
more active.
it's
we have
very
more
active
things.
now.
Mhm.
We have like impressions of Let It Die.
Opinion pieces.
I talked about The Division. Will talks
Final
about Yakuza.
Final Fantasy food porn.
That's
That copy ko.
today,
Aha.
tomorrow. Yeah. Wait. I think what else we release? There's a there's a site now for reviews, but the site now is pretty much up there. You might
Stuff's happening.
yeah.
We're putting in more work.
There's shit to check out, so do check it out. What else? I think I'm done. I think I'm done with my
I think
plugin.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're done. Thanks, guys. 153, 154 is next week. We don't know when it's gonna be released, but do expect it to show
Jam-packed
up when you're
episode
subscribed.
because stuff happened.
I know, but we're kind of winding down because again, this is the second. No, it's not the second week. This is the first week. Oh wait.
Yeah, we're gonna have that Christmas break that we always do.
Yeah.
Because movies are coming out, Christmas is happening, money's gonna get spent.
We'll see if like this will be the last episode ever for 2016 next week, or maybe 2 weeks
Last
after.
episode ever
In 2016.
for 2016.
It's always a joke. It's always a joke. But there you go. Thanks, guys, for listening, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh, fucking angry video game nerd just put the entire TMNT intro via Mario Paint.
Yes.
Via Mario.
Oh my god, wow. This is pretty good.
Because Mario Paint actually
TMG Live.
has a really cool like music composer in it. Surprisingly good music composer in it.
Yeah, that's what it's known for, but this is actual animation. Oh shit. This is really good. Oh my god, talk about frame by frame animation. Splinter taught them to be ninja teens. He's a radical rat.
Leonardo
Donatello
Leeds
does machines.
That's a fact, Jack.
It's a cover up of the song. It's not the actual song. I think it's the acapella cover on YouTube.
Oh, the teaser of Spider-Man Homecoming is hilarious. They have happy.
The teaser for the trailer of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It looks really good. The fucking John Favreau is there. It's all
Yeah, no,
fat.
fucking happy.
He's happy again, right? Yeah.
Dude, he's vlogging. Spider-Man is vlogging in that video.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Like a true millennial. So
and
proud.
He has like web wings.
Yeah, then he's wearing his web shooters before he opened the box. I just saw an animation of a nano boosted Lucio Nambani. He just picks up the payload and runs to the point. And I got boosted as Lucio the other night in comp because I don't know why.
You probably got in the way of the Anna.
No, I was the only one on the point defending point A.
Oh God.
I had to kill things as Lucio, and I did. Oh, we still lost though. Pero
Good to see happy
damn.
back.
I'm hungry now. Shit. Beep, 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 nee, 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 nee. Have you checked out the end screens? I'm gonna stop the Audacity pala.
Yeah, I already saved my Audacity. Same shit. Just dump it in your personals.
Have you checked the YouTube end screens? It's fucking cool.
Oh, wait, did I? What about?
Ninja Turtles. Oh, Will, we forgot to mention the Political Animals review.
Oh fuck! I have to write that tomorrow.
Yeah, I have the gameplay ready now and the song. I recorded the title screen for 8 minutes just for the song.
Oh, with the quick looks being circulated through Twitter, yeah, with like Ryan Sumo and political animal people. Political
that?
animal devs.
Oh yeah, Murnell
Ryan
also
Sumo's
saw it.
the-
I saw that.
Yeah. Gaming Awards, Marvel. Also, we're okay for Thursday because of your schedules. Friday.
Oh, I forgot to plug the Raymaru live stream. It's too late. It's alright.
You have to throw.
Richard's gonna stream the Raymaru Game of the Year podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
because it's powered by.
fucking-
Yeah.
fucking Chad just asked if he could use the space for for a video podcast. Then Rich is like, Steam ko! Sige. Like, okay.
That's pretty
That
cool.
man gets more excited than we do, than we become.
And then,
That's cool.
What was it about discussion panel of like year-end events for Rimeru RF?
Yeah, and then Game of the Year arguments.
You're gonna be part of it
fucking,
as
it's gonna be
TMG?
Overwatch. Yeah, as TMG.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta go there I gotta be there by 11 a.m. because he wants it to start by noon.
Oh, wow, Mr. Boss, Mr. Tito, don't get Tito
So
mad, man.
early, gosh.
That's
So
early.
early.
That's not
So
early.
early. You gotta leave here by 10, man. What the hell?
That's
It's
not early.
early.
If you have to leave by 4, that's early.